We have, we had the whole Conestoga build your own tent thing years ago.
Yeah. But that was before. Were we doing stats? Yeah, I think I was doing it on paper though.
I don't remember.
It's funny. I should have brought paper with me tonight. But you know what? If I review the tape. So
Yeah.
why we're running down and go through that crap
just,
again? So.
You do what you can with this. That's plenty.
Yeah, right. Well, and I'll be able to comment a little more on the game.
Yeah, good. All the better.
What'd you think of the 50-yard line this week? I'm getting a little after Clancy.
I was going to say, you're getting opinionated.
Yeah.
It's all right.
But I figured, I've been doing this so many years. What worst Clancy can do is, we don't need you anymore. Okay.
They have some plays in tonight that
Good.
could be very interesting. But
well, now with the wind, I don't know what.
Now with the wind,
did they put in a? They put in a screen?
No, but they've got a reverse in.
Okay.
To try to get Tommy in the open field.
Okay.
They've got like a rocket sweep kind of thing.
You guys aren't on yet, are you? You guys on yet? When you guys go on?
I started.
Quarter of?
Yeah, I've already started, so I don't have to get in there.
Is our voice going over the air now? If we are, we just apologize to everybody. All right, we're live on the video drive, so
right now.
Hopefully, Pencrest wasn't listening to all our plans.
Nice.
And if you're listening, audience.
Tonight's game is sponsored by Steve Taub's Allstate Insurance and Media, Auto, Home, and Life. You're in good hands with Allstate. Sandy McCauley, your Century 21 Executive Group real estate broker, a lifelong Delaware County resident. The Inn at Swarthmore, guest rooms, meeting space, and dining for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right in downtown Swarthmore. The Delaware County Daily Times, all high school sports every day. If it happens in Delaware County, it's in the Delaware County Daily Times. Berman's Medical Supplies, the medical supplies you need when you need them. Wilson's for all your oil and propane needs, right here in Wallingford. AMF Auto Clinic, taking care of your cars since 1961. Located in Brookhaven on Edgemont Avenue. Rothman Institute at Riddle Hospital. Think Rothman first. Run again, play again. Here are tonight's internet announcers, the voices of the Strathaven Panthers, Brian Carroll and Mike Mayer.
2-3 halfway through the season. We've reached, believe it or not, the midway point, and we're not even to October. It seems that earlier start for everybody has things with just a little bit of a different feel here in Pennsylvania this year and a little bit different here in Delaware County. But the Lions and Panthers both at 2-3, both looking for playoff berths 5 weeks from now. So tonight, Pencrest hosting Strathaven here at Lewis Scott Field in Media, Pennsylvania. Both teams looking to end two-game losing streaks, and we are thrilled to bring it to you tonight, live or on the archive right here on havenfootball.net. Good evening, everybody, from a windy, wet Media, Pennsylvania this evening, and really the last couple of evenings. But we finally are ready to go here for the Media Bowl. And the trophy sits here on the home sideline. Pencrest has won 3 of the last 4 of these meetings, and now Strathaven trying to take that trophy home a little further down 252 South in a couple hours from now. But in the meantime, head coach Rich Strath and the Lions coming off of 2 shutout losses over the last 2 weeks to Haverford and Ridley, but they are a little bit healthier coming into tonight, and we'll get in more into that in a moment. But I'd like to introduce, of course, the webmaster at havenfootball.net, Mike Mayer. Glad you're joining us here and got us with a little bit of a different setup than we are at the home field. But, boy, special thanks to Chip Ollinger and everybody here at Pencrest for getting us set up here.
Right. Pencrest has a very small booth. They need the room for the coaches, both sides, obviously. And so they put the broadcast crew on the roof, which is usually fine, except when it's raining. And we've had rain all day long. Fortunately, it's just kind of misting now. But, of course, we are all dealing with lots of electronic equipment, and they're not designed for outdoor use. So we've got everything in plastic. You will hear rustling in the background. We are not on a sailboat. That is the rustling of not our sails, but our plastic protectors. And some things are going to be different. Brian's going to try to tweet out scores and big plays, but everything's under plastic, and it's tough to get to. Fortunately, it's not too cold, so we're okay. We're joining, actually, the Pencrest Television Group, who's a group of students who broadcast the games. The characters that are here today, Colin Anderson, Kayla Strine, Elisa Camarada, I hope I did that right, Matt McShane, and their teacher, Mike Clark, who we did this actually with Delco Hoops a couple years ago, and then Mike was kind enough to give us a call and ask us back, and we love doing this. If you are not familiar how to get to see the video end of this, if you're listening to this broadcast on our regular audio broadcast, you can go to our webpage, havenfootball.net, and there will be a link right below our regular audio link for YouTube. And if you click on that, you'll be taken right to the broadcast, and it's our voices and stuff. We're actually doing a simulcast of sorts, and we appreciate the opportunity. And, you'll hear the mistakes as we're trying to work this together and see what happens. But there's always a lot of fun. And we're glad to be we picked the perfect night to decide to televise this thing because, I got a feeling that we're going to have maybe 300 people here if we're lucky. So if you're one of the smart ones that stayed home, good for you. We hope to have a good, exciting game. It's 2 evenly matched teams, I think.
Evenly matched in terms of record. Both teams, as I mentioned in the opening, 2-3. Both teams with losing streaks. Strathaven, a tough one to Ridley. It was close until the fourth quarter, and then Ridley pulled away 2 weeks ago for a 38-17 victory. Last week in Haverford, mistakes galore for the Panthers. That team, in talking with assistant coach Dan Schaefer before the game said Haverford was there for the taking, and we just didn't take advantage. And the Fords, with 2 big plays early in the third quarter, knock off Strath Haven 23-17. So the Panthers, again, had a tough opening week with Interborough, bounced back with 2 consecutive wins, now 2 consecutive losses, and trying to turn it around just a few minutes from now. But Pencrest, with head coach Rich Strath, a little bit of a different feel to it. Got off to a great start with a 26-6 victory over Pope John Paul in Week 1. Took one on the chin against Marple Newtown, and Marple Newtown undefeated at the moment, and really having their way with everybody in the Central League at the moment. But now, and then bounced back with a win over Harriton, and now 2 whitewash losses, Haverford and Ridley, 28-0 and 42-0 over the last 2 weeks. But as I mentioned a moment ago, they come in a little bit healthier. Chris Mills, junior quarterback, is back in the lineup. He missed action a week ago. And John George, 6'4", 300-pound, two-way tackle, is back in the lineup tonight. He may not play extensively, but they are looking to get him back in the mix after missing a few weeks with an injury. Injury front for Strath Haven, not nearly as promising. And we mentioned a week ago, 4 defensive starters all out and missed the Haverford game, and none of those 4 starters are back in the lineup tonight. Further, we are told that John, well, what are we going to call him? We're going to call him John Harar like everybody else?
No.
Okay, John Hara, Big 89, who's been
formerly known as
Harar.
Right.
Okay, John Hara is dealing with an injury as well and may be limited tonight. So we will see if Big 89 can give it a go, but it is unlikely that we will see him at full speed or at playing 60 minutes as he usually does. Well, 48 minutes in high school, right?
Well, this is an artificial field. It's in great shape. Looks to be in great shape. Actually, Brian, you were on the field.
Yeah, it's terrific.
All right, so,
job.
But, it is plastic, and it tends to get a little slippery when wet, so footing may be an issue for players. We don't have the mud concerns and other things that would happen on normal grass, but, it has been raining steadily here on and off. Steadily on and off. Is that a term you can use? I don't know. It's been raining for 3 days on and off, and I don't know what we've got for an actual count, inch-wise, but it's been a lot of rain, and we have not seen a lot of rain, so hopefully the field will be in good shape and will play well. But I think between the wetness in the air, which is like a moisture that's kind of coating everything, making everything rather slick, including the football, and the wind that's been gusting, although it seems to have settled down, but boy, it was really gusting up to what appeared to be 15, 20 knots. That could really play havoc if someone's trying to kick a field goal. Now, normally for Strath Haven, that's not an issue, but this year we have a field goal kicker, so that may be an issue. And, of course, if either team chooses to pass, what both teams are willing to do, that may also become an issue depending on the timing, because they are gusts. It's not like it's a steady wind.
So, again, teams starting to make their way towards the field. Had a terrific performance from the Strath Haven marching unit. Thanks again to the 12th man for being here in less than ideal conditions. And, of course, the Pencrest Band is here, and we'll hear from them at halftime. Looks like the choir from Pencrest High School will be performing this Star Spangled Banner momentarily. But I wanted to say thanks in advance to our buddies up at WNPV in Lansdale for tweeting out scores, courtesy of Darryl Dobus, Jeff Nolan, and others up in Lansdale. We'll try to keep you posted as best we can on what's going on up in the Suburban 1 League and elsewhere around District 1. Thanks again to our friends at Delco Daily Times. And we
want to thank all the Pencrest viewers who are tuned into their video production and normally don't hear much other than crowd noise. And it's nice that we have an audience beyond our own Strath Haven family. And we are aware that we are calling a game for 2 high school teams, and we will be unbiased and supportive, and we always are, by the way. We are homers. I mean, we do support Strath Haven, but the reality is these are 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, and their efforts are to be applauded regardless of how they turn out, and we make every effort to announce every name and every play, and we are never critical of their efforts. They're doing the best they can. Sometimes it works for them. Sometimes it doesn't.
And we will also be make known for those of you watching on television, I will probably be more talkative than your typical television announcer. We're still announcing this as if it were a audio broadcast because of our archive and so forth. So we will still probably overtalk it in the sense that if you're watching it on TV, it's just a little bit of a different feel to
But
it.
for those of you that have something else to do while you're watching, rather than worry about missing anything, turn your volume up, walk away from your computer, and you'll be able to hear everything just as it's happening, and then come back and watch it at your leisure. See, it works out for everybody that way.
There you go. Very good. So a couple other big games in the Central League tonight. We will try to keep you posted on updates. Springfield and Ridley both undefeated. Playing down on Morton Avenue tonight. That should be a good one, as well as Haverford and Garnet Valley, each with one loss on the season in the Central League, and trying to keep pace with, three undefeateds, Marple, Springfield, and Ridley. Of course, somebody will go home with a loss tonight from the Ridley-Springfield game. But again, a lot of good games, big games around District 1, and we will talk a little bit at halftime about the 5A playoff picture, which of course has expanded now. Strath Haven in the mix in 5A, and 16 teams will qualify for the District 1 playoffs. So my guess, or my projection at the moment, is you will have several 5 and 5 teams, maybe even a 4 and 6 that finds their way into it, which doesn't sound all that promising, but considering some of these 5A teams that are playing several big 6A schools in the Central League and elsewhere, hey, get yourself into the playoffs and anything can happen. But the winner of tonight's game, Strath Haven and Pencrest, will go a long, long way towards securing a playoff berth after week 10. So teams have made their way onto the field. Strath Haven in the road, white, silver helmets, black pants, and black numerals, led by Delaware County's winningest coach, Kevin Clancy, who's probably about a year and a half away from that magical 300 career win mark. Here on the sideline is head coach Rich Straub for the home Pencrest Lions. Red jerseys tonight, black helmets, black pants, and white numerals. Looking sharp here on the relatively new turf at Lewis Scott Field. Captains will meet at midfield. John George back in the lineup for Pencrest. He's wearing 66 and will play both ways on the offensive and defensive line. Number 40 is Shane Jones, senior linebacker, joined by offensive tackle and linebacker number 55, Mike Wilson, and 57, another senior, junior, Jake Quinn, meeting at midfield. And they're shaking hands with Brian Dozier, number 75, and offensive center. Wingback and outside linebacker Makai Hill wears number 10 for Strath Haven. Defensive end and tight end John Hara at wearing number 89, and quarterback Evan Atsevez wearing number 8. So the coin toss has been made. This is a formality at this point. They actually do this pregame, but Pencrest will receive the opening kickoff after Strath Haven defers and move right to left when we come back. So with that being said, we're going to take a short time out, be back for the Star Spangled Banner and the opening kickoff. Glad you're joining us, either live or on the archive here on havenfootball.net.
Every year, nearly 6,000 teenagers go out for a drive and never come back. Just talking to them can change that. The Allstate Parent-Teen Driving Contract can help. Get yours from an Allstate agent. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. It's Allstate, Stand. Are you in good hands?
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500 for all your insurance needs.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on havenfootball.net.
The problem is not with our broadcast, but with the PA system for the alma mater for Pencrest. will be standing by for the Star Spangled Banner momentarily.
Fantastic effort by
Yeah.
the
And
Pencrest
now,
Choir
we ask that you please remain standing
and the
Please remove your caps
Pencrest Marching Band
as we
will
honor
now
America with the singing
perform
of
the Star Spangled Banner.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
That's the choir again performing the Star Spangled Banner, not the marching band.
That was the Jets that just flew by.
Okay. Cloud cover, I missed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's hear it for 2016. Let's go.
But terrific job by the choir. Again, thought the band was looked like they were ready to play, but hey, threw me a curveball. It was a terrific job by the choir. So again, thanks for joining us. Mike Mayer doing the color commentary, engineering, and more. Pete Fulgenetti helping with the stats and spotting tonight. Like I said, we will do our best to keep you posted on scores from elsewhere, but we have to dig through some tarps and plastic to make sure we're got all the equipment covered here on a windy, rainy night. An early score from the Chessmont. Both teams looking for 5A playoff berths. Kennett trails Sun Valley 21-7. So Sun Valley at 4-1, and everybody wondering kind of how if that's for real or not, or level of competition. But hey, a win's a win, and you play who you play.
That's
Sun
right.
Valley in good position looking for their 5th win. Emmett Young has it teed. He's going to kick it off, and 2 dangerous return men await for Pencrest, and here's an end-over-end kick, and we are underway. This is going to come down to number 11. This is Aiden Poole. The ball is loose. Scramble for it, and we will see. I think Hunter Mazur's on top of it. And indeed, the Panthers are on top at the 12-yard line.
Boy, and the first result of a wet, slippery ball.
Ethan Belleville with the hit. And Strathaven in business. Wet, slippery ball indeed. And the Panthers will set up from the left hash. 1st and 10.
Actually, Brian, you were looking at your stats when it happened. He actually had the ball, started running with it, and it just literally flipped out of his hands. Then he got hit.
Evan Atzevez is your quarterback. Zach Nulon and Hunter Mazur are your halfbacks, along with Mackay Hill. Get to the line in a moment on 1st and 10. Out of the wing tee, this is Zach Nulon. Off left tackle, inside the 10. The 5, the Nulon powers forward inside the 3. Should be 1st and goal when they unpile. Big line up front includes John Harrod, tight end, but he may or may not play much there tonight due to an injury. Dan Reeves fills in for him along with Denzel Thompson. Brian Dozier is your center. Guards are Luke Healy and go unbalanced here. Unbalanced as they get started here on 1st and goal from the 3. Wing tee set behind Atzevez. Give is to Nulon off the left side. 2nd, 3rd effort, and the Pencrest defense stacks them up nicely. Rob Dubois also in at guard for the Panthers, and Ben McFetridge is your right tackle. Nice defense there for the Lions, and we're going to, like I said, do our best here tonight. A lot of wind and things blowing around up here, but we'll do what we can. So Nulon has the Panthers a yard away from pay dirt here. 10:59 and counting to play here in the opening quarter. Drive started at the 12-yard line. 2nd and goal upcoming. Yard markers on the ground on that far sideline. Panthers move left to right, or right to left, rather, in front of us. Newline is your fullback. Mackay Hill is the halfback. He takes the handoff and he powers his way in for the touchdown. Panthers on the board first at the 10:39 mark of the opening quarter. Mackay Hill's 4th touchdown of the season.
And he's in for the Strath Haven touchdown.
Gives the Panthers a 6-0 lead, extra point pending. So a 12-yard scoring drive. Hunter Mazer pounced on that fumble. And now Emmett Young on to attempt the extra point. Has missed just one this season, had one blocked. Is 3 for 3 on field goals, and Evan Atzevez to hold. Takes a knee at the 10-yard line. Chris Rossini will snap it. Snap is a good one. Ball spotted. Young with plenty of leg and right down the middle. 7-0 Strath Haven. 10:39 to play here in the opening quarter. Stick with us. We'll be back in 30 seconds. See if Pencrest can answer when we come back. You're listening live to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Your car is probably your second biggest investment, and AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven wants to keep that investment in tip-top shape. AMF Auto Clinic has been maintaining automobiles since 1961, and they take pride in their work and in keeping your car in perfect running order. From inspections to general maintenance and repair, you can trust your auto investment to AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven. Call for an appointment today at 610-872-2167.
This is Ralph Lawler of the LA Clippers, and you're listening to high school football on havenfootball.net.
10:39 to play in the opening quarter. Strath Haven didn't take long, 1 minute and 19 seconds to get themselves on the board. A recovered a fumble on the kickoff, opening kickoff, sets them up with a 12-yard scoring drive. And the Panthers have a 7-0 lead on Mackay Hill's 1-yard run. Emmett Young will boot it away again. High end-over-end kick's going to come down to a man about the 15-yard line, and moving up the left sideline is number 30, Jamal Williams.
The ball.
Loose again, and it's hit out of bounds. No possession there, so Pencrest, thankfully for them, will retain. No, they're going to give it to Strath Haven? How is that?
They're going to talk about that.
I don't know
they better
about
talk
that.
about that. There was no possession there.
Unless Strath Haven possessed it and fumbled it out of bounds themselves, this really should stay Pencrest football here.
Ooh, they're saying
they are going to switch it up.
Ooh.
No, they are going to say Strath Haven ball. Wow, we're going to have to check the tape on that to see who to credit with the recovery there. Pencrest sideline looking for an explanation.
Which is a good segue. Our stats tomorrow, which are available for both Pencrest, obviously Strath Haven teams, and everybody who's interested, will be a little late because we can't keep stats of the game tonight. I'll pick them up from the film tomorrow morning.
2 disastrous plays here to start the game for Pencrest, fumbling 2 kickoffs in the first minute and a half.
Which is certainly the story.
Coach Rich Straub getting an explanation here from the sideline and from the linesman, and here we go. Strath Haven will start it at the right hash mark at the Pencrest 19. You cannot ask for much better field position here than what the silver and black has had in the first 90 seconds.
Yeah, and for the coach, the only explanation is the referee said that Strath Haven possessed him before he went out of bounds.
2 tight end set. Wing to the right is Hunter Mazer. On first down, gives to Mackay Hill off the right side. A lot of room, 15-10, and he will go untouched. Mackay's touched it twice and taken it into the end zone. Now a flag comes in late. Is this going to be unsportsmanlike on Hill for putting it in the air before he reached the end zone? We will see. They threw the flag back at the 10 unless you got a hold somewhere back there. At the moment, we have a 19-yard touchdown run for Mackay Hill. But the Panther offense, I think, is staying on the field here. We'll wait for the referee to explain it. Holding, indeed, is the call. So take the 6 off the board.
Yep.
Spot foul from about the 12-yard line or so. We'll move it back to the 22. Set up first down and about 13. But good sign for the Strath Haven offense so far in terms of getting a good push up front.
And Strath Haven knows how this feels. They had 3 terrible minutes last week against Haverford. We know exactly how Pencrest feels. It just happened at the beginning of the game for Pencrest rather than at the beginning of the second half, which happened for Strath Haven.
Still a long way to go in this one. 7-0 Strath Haven, and looking for more from the 22. Mackay Hill, they give it right back to him. Same play off the right side, and he's spun down over there by, I believe, number 47, Noah Birdsall or Shane Jones over there, 40 or 47. But it'll bring up second down and about 9, call it. As Hill goes for a lot less than the previous carry that would have put him in the end zone for the second time. 9:58 and counting to play here in the first. Strath Haven leading by 7 and looking for more. 8-man front for the Pencrest defense. On first down, a little counter play. Looking for room is Hunter Mazer, and he's banged his way inside the 15. And a host of red jerseys wraps him up from there at the 14-yard line. So give him about 5 on the carry. Brings up third down and a long 4.
Yeah, this is not a game, ending drive, obviously, but Pencrest can really do themselves a favor by having their defense at least stop a touchdown. If they have to give up a field goal, they will. But it's third down and, was it about 5? Yep.
They'll snap it from the 14 just inside the right hash. Atzevez, 2 tight ends in front of him, wing T behind him. It's Newline off left side, and he's got first down yardage across the 10 and stumbles down to the 6. Give 8 more to the fullback.
On the carry.
And once again, they'll put the sticks on the ground. And Mike Wilson wrestles Newline down at the 7, but first and goal to go. Panthers have 4 cracks at it from 7 yards away.
7-yard line.
Panthers have to be feeling good about their start here.
Yeah, well, yeah. Can't do much better than this.
Reeves, tight end to the left. Denzel Thompson, tight end to the right. On first down, quick count and the give is to Newline, and he is wrestled down by 77, Brian Dewar.
Zach Newline on the carry.
Literally
got him around the collar and just dragged him back.
Yeah,
no gain on the play.
Clancy's been running, off the tackles and up the middle. It's be interesting to see if we have some speed on the outside.
Pretty straightforward stuff thus far from the Panthers. Of course, they've only had 12 and 19 yards respectively of field to work with. Keep it simple right now. Wind gusting in the face of Evan Atzevez, who's under center here. Unbalanced line here on second and goal. It's Newline off the left side. He follows that unbalanced line, and he plows his way in for the touchdown, I believe.
No.
There's still no signal. And they're going to say just shy.
Yeah, boy,
just
the
shy.
1
inches
inch
away.
line. Yeah,
inches away. Looked from here like he was in. Referee's a lot closer. And we'll take their word for it.
And we talk about this all the time. In high school football, it is so tough to stop a team with, a foot or less to go. I mean, it's the expertise is not there. So let's see what happens. Pencrest is, of course, hoping for some kind of a turnover here.
Atzevez under center. He's going to keep it himself on the sneak, pushing his way off the right side. I don't know. They're going to say short. He's short. Atzevez had a 1-yard sneak a week ago against Haverford. Not this time.
Wow. That's a great defensive stand right there.
Good work there by the middle of the defensive line. Big 52, Mike Goolsby, 3-year starter there.
I mean, it's never going to show up on the stats, but they actually lost a couple of inches there, at least from the ball placement. Yeah. Football is not one of these perfect type sports.
Atzevez will bring in the play. Panthers will go for it here on 4th and less than a yard. 6:52 and counting to play in the opening quarter. Panthers trying to cash in on a second Pencrest turnover. Wing T, 2 tight ends, give us to Newline off the left side. He is in for a touchdown. He didn't get much, didn't need much. Newline pounds it in off the left side, and the senior, thanks for the growl, has his 10th rushing touchdown of the season already. 6:39 to play in the first. Emmett Young on to attempt his second extra point of the night. Atzevez will hold. Chris Rossini will snap it. Snap is high, pulled down by Atzevez, spotted, kick is away, and good. Emmett Young pounds it through. He's 2 for 2. The Panthers offense, 2 for 2, putting it in the end zone. 14-0 Strathaven. 6:39 to play in the opening quarter. Pencrest will try it again when we come back. Stick with us. Lions offense trying to get on track here on havenfootball.net.
Berman's Medical Supplies specializes in urological supplies, including catheters. Berman's offers top-of-the-line products with discreet delivery. We deliver same-day to local residences and guarantee overnight shipping to anyone living outside of our delivery area. Our patient-centered customer service has established Berman's as one of the region's premier providers of urological supplies. For the medical supplies you need, when you need them, call toll-free at 844-800-5777.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Well, compared to the first drive, this one took a lot longer and went a lot further, but still just a 19-yard scoring drive for the Panthers. 2 kickoffs, 2 fumbles for the Pencrest return team, and Emmett Young will tee it off for a 3rd time here, almost midway through the first quarter now. But 14-0, and the Lions here on homecoming weekend trying to turn things around in a big hurry. Manny Ruffin standing deep. Emmett Young will kick it in his direction. It's going to come down to one of the up men, though. And here comes Poole. Oh, and he is undercut and dumped. Nice hit there from Jemai Springfield and dumps him at the 32-yard line. But Pencrest gets their offense on the field for the first time tonight.
That was a heck of an effort.
What is that sound bite? Mike.
That's new.
Surprising this out from everywhere. All right. Pencrest offense looks like this. Chris Mills is your quarterback. Caleb Mahalik is your fullback. Running backs will also include Zach Cout and John Cosgrove. Manny Ruffin is your wide receiver along with Mark Ullman. The center is Nick Newmiller, Mike Guzmanich, and Max Kinger. The guards, Brian DeWar and Mike Wilson, are the bookend tackles. Lions are short a man right now. Just trying to get their 11th man on the field. Here comes Cosgrove. Mahalik.
5 seconds.
Offset eye behind Mills. He's under center with receivers split to either side on first down from the 32. They toss to the left. Mahalik looking for a little bit of running room. Panthers turn him inside and pursue and wrestle him down to the 36 or so. Caleb Mahalik, give him 4 on his first carry of the evening. Panther defense tonight, again, banged up, missing 4 starters as they were a week ago. But Rob Dubois, Brandon King, Lee Holbert, and John Harra are your down 4. Inside linebackers, a pair of sophomores, Luke Healy and Ethan Belleville. Nick O'Connor on the outside, along with Mackay Hill. Jake Fisher will see some time at outside linebacker as well as Chris Rossini takes the free safety spot on second down and 7. Mahalik pounds his way out to the 41 and 42 maybe, and brings up 3rd down and 1. So Fisher actually lined up at outside linebacker at the moment. They go with Chris Rossini at free safety, and the corners, Tommy Foster and Jemai Springfield. But there may be some rotation in there from time to time, depending on formation, down, and distance. Here, 3rd and 1 from the 42. Mills under center, I formation behind him. Dotted by Mahalik. They give it to the up man, Cosgrove, who has a couple of yards out near the 45-yard line and enough to move the sticks for a Lions first down. So, something positive there for Pencrest there to get it going.
Absolutely. Pencrest definitely pushing Haven's defense off the line. I mean, they are getting yards, and that's going to have to be corrected. Otherwise, Pencrest just march right down this field.
They'll snap it from there, 45, 5-10, and counting play here in the opening quarter. Ruffin split to the near side. Offset eye. Cosgrove is your fullback. 3-step drop. They fire to the outside. It is caught by Ruffin. Jemai Springfield closes quickly, but Ruffin falls to the Panther 45 for a gain of 10 and a first down. Nice delivery from Mills.
Jemai Springfield on the stop for Strath Haven.
Ruffin came into tonight with second on the team in receptions, 13 catches, 154 yards, and a score. Of course, he was the quarterback a year ago, but made the transition here with Chris Mills, the rising junior.
I don't know
what
the wind's like on the field because the banners are blowing occasionally. Up here it's pretty breezy, but that was a nice clean pass.
Holman slot left, split left is Ruffin. I formation behind Mills on first down. Mills gives the tailback. Mahalik, a lot of room this time across the 40, spins his way to the Panther 38. Third effort gets him near first down yardage. We'll check the spot when they unpile, but the Panthers having their hands full with number 20 so far. They'll move the sticks, give him 10.
Boy, this has been an issue for the Panthers all year long. They have got, I don't know exactly what the pointers would be, and I understand you're up against some strong running backs occasionally, but to have 4 or 5 guys on somebody and not be able to bring him down, somebody grab his legs and trap him. I mean, it's stop with the chest grabs.
Mahalik, 6'2", 180. The junior dots the I again. Cosgrove, fullback offset to the left side. Tight end to the right. Toss to that left side again. Mahalik is met in the backfield this time, and the Panthers swarm pretty quickly. Still a nice job to lean forward for a yard.
Absolutely.
Healy turned him inside where he got some help. But still, Mackay Hill and Healy combine on the tackle after a gain of just 1, second and 9.
Shortest gain for Pencrest so far from scrimmage.
Gain of 1.
Patrick Hughes is your kicker. His field goal a year ago was the difference in the 9-7 Pencrest victory. He's trying to get loose on the sideline here, but Pencrest, 2nd and 9, looking for more than 3 here. Number 13, Mark Ullman. Slot to the right, split right is Ruffin. I formation again behind Chris Mills. Back to pass on the play fake. Looking, he wants it on the near sideline. It is incomplete, underthrown. Mackay Hill was lurking there, and probably a good thing that it was underthrown.
Yeah, except 13, who is, I can't see my sheets.
Mark Ullman.
Mark Ullman was streaking towards the 10 and was open. He just didn't see him or felt the better pass was shorter.
3rd and 9. Mills, as we mentioned, missed last week's game due to injury, but comes in 24 of 59 for 258 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception on the season. This time they go trips to the right. No tight ends, 2 in the slot, and shotgun look for the first time. On 3rd and 9, Mills rolling to his right. Looking, he lets it go. Has a man out there, and incomplete. Good hit from Springfield to knock it separate Ruffin from the ball inside the 20. So now, 4th and 9 from the 34, down 2 scores. My guess is the offense stays on the field here.
I think under any circumstance the offense stays on the field. I just don't. I don't think that field goal is maneuverable, is makeable. I haven't seen the kid
unless
kick.
you're looking to punt, coffin corner here.
And you're good at it. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a net result of 12 yards or something. Why bother?
Clock is stopped with 3:02 to play here in the first quarter. Pencrest trailing by 2 scores, needs a big play here on 4th and 9. Ruffin split to the left of the formation over on that far sideline. Wing to the right. Motioning to the left side now is Ullman. Looks, fires, tipped, and it's still caught by Count down the middle. Nearly intercepted underneath. But it is Connor Moretti. I said Zach Count unintentionally there, but Moretti on the deflection has him down inside the 15-yard line to the 14. Big conversion for the Lions on 4th down.
Great way to keep your eye on the ball. Not, once it was tipped, keep looking for it, grabbed it.
Gain of 18 on the play. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line, and now flags first.
And from the pointing, it looks like it's on Pencrest.
I have to say that 4th down play, it was awfully close to the motion man turning upfield before that snap.
Really, I didn't see that.
Very close. Not a complaint, just an observation, but give credit to Mills. Good delivery. Got just enough on it to get it through that linebacker level, and Moretti with a big 18-yard catch. Now set up 1st and 15, back at the 18 after the illegal procedure penalty. Tight end to the right. I formation, give is to Mahalik, looking to bounce it outside, cuts back inside, and another missed tackle, and Mahalik will take it down inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 9 on his 1st down carry. Good blocking up front, I will say. I mean, they're from a defensive standpoint, Panthers will always say we can do better, we can tackle better, but that was pretty well done. John Harrah's going to check out of the game. And 61, Rob Dubois checks back in at defensive end. 2 receivers, split far to the left side. Tailback, and Mahalik is in for the touchdown. Again, 2 Panthers with a crack at him. Just didn't tackle him. Nice work by Mahalik. Is that a lion growling?
That's a lion.
Okay,
listen,
way different.
We're on
Panther
Pencrest
growl.
video tonight. We got to do something here.
I had no idea the distinct difference between the lion roar and the panther.
It
but
took
hey,
me 3 hours to find it, but don't worry about it.
Mahalik with a 7-yard touchdown run at the 140 mark of this first quarter. And now Pat Hughes on to attempt the extra point and cut this lead in half. Snap is juggled and it's scrambled for it, and that'll be hit. Tommy Foster came rolling in there to try to block it and just had to, fall on top of the holder. And so the score stays 14-6. Strathaven on top, and we'll get the ball back here late in the first when we come back. Stick with us. Lions have answered with a roar of their own. Strathaven will get it back when we come back on havenfootball.net.
Selling or buying a home is serious business. And for serious business, the key to your success is to work with an experienced agent. Century 21 agent Sandra McCulley has 15 years of real estate experience and is a lifelong resident of Delaware County. Sandra is a multi-million-dollar producer and quality service award agent. Her 3 children are Strath Haven graduates. Let Sandra's experience be your advantage in today's multifaceted real estate market. Call Sandra now to discuss your home buying or selling needs at 610-494-9520.
This is Jack Hans. I'm the band director at Strath Haven High School, and you're listening to High School Football on www.havenfootball.net.
Caleb Mahalik is cut into the Strath Haven lead, 14-6 Panthers, and here's a low squib kick. It's going to be picked up at the 28-yard line, and this is Jake Fisher out across the 40. Panthers will get good field position to start here. Their third drive of the night, 1:33 to play here in the first quarter. 14-6, Strath Haven on top. Speaking of 14-6, Ruston on top of Great Valley, 14-6. Closer to home in the Central League, 14-7 is your score. Haverford on top of Garnet Valley.
Really?
Haverford trying to defend their home turf once again tonight. First and 10 from the 42. Panthers will snap it from the right hash as they move right to left, and the officials are going to talk things over before the snap.
Oh, the problem with the chains.
All right. Getting everything set over on that far sideline. And we should be ready to go. Tommy Foster checks into the game as a split end. He's to the left of the formation on this near sideline. Wing to the right, Hunter Mazur. Wing to the left is Mackay Hill. Jet sweep to Mazur, looking for room across the 40-yard line, stretches it out across the 45 and near midfield, and then a big hit on the near sideline as Mazur was knocked out of bounds. Zach Kaut credited with the tackle. Mazur bounces back up, and here we are at the 50-yard line. Second down and 2 as Mazur goes for 8 on his second carry of the evening.
That was a good effort because he really didn't get the corner as clean as he could have, and he just kept pushing and got a nice 8 yards on that.
Yeah, I was going to say, at the point of attack, Pencrest stretched that out pretty well, but still, second and short here, nose of the football on the midfield stripe. Split to the far side of the formation is Tommy Foster. Motion man is Mackay Hill from left to right. Back to pass, fire, bubble screen, and way over the head this time of Tommy Foster. Atsevez takes a heavy hit, and then you got a wrestling match here at the midfield stripe between Holbert and number 57, Jake Quinn. So we will check. I think you're going to end up with unnecessary roughness against who? I'm not sure.
Strath Haven, I think.
Well, we'll see.
And that pass was almost a lateral. That was real close to being behind him.
One step drop there for Atsevez, and he took a big hit.
Haven's clapping. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
the jury deliberates.
Now if they offset,
the alumni tent at the north end of the stadium.
If they offset, they're just going to go 3rd and 2 from the 50 here. But we will see. So, wind picks up momentarily here. It's 1:21, and now officials are writing things down. I'm hoping there's not an ejection here for either team.
Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense.
Okay. So they both get a slap on the wrist here. Post play, so it will be 3rd down and 2 from the 50. Strath Haven will set up at the left hash.
3rd and 2 for Strath Haven.
Now you think, it's offset, so no harm done, but had that been a pass or play that ran for a touchdown, it brings it all back to replay it.
Ryan Krause checks in at tackle. Holbert will go get an earful from the far sideline. So Krause in at left tackle. Tommy Foster sets up tight end to the right. Under center on 3rd and 2. Give is to Newlon, and he has enough for a first down.
Newlon on the carry for the Panthers.
Gibbs picks up 3 to the Lions 47. And Zach Newlon with 7 carries for 30 yards now unofficially. And the second Strath Haven touchdown. Keeps the chains moving, keeps the clock moving. Strath Haven on top by 8 with just over a minute to play here in the opening quarter. 14-6 is your score. Panthers taking advantage of 2 very short fields after fumbled kickoffs by the Lions. Split end to the right. Motion man to that side, and they run a rocket toss to Mackay Hill. He has some room, and he's down near the 40-yard line of Pencrest.
Down by Iron Mike Wilson.
Wilson tracks him down after a gain of about 7, so new little wrinkle there from the wing T.
That looked good. It was well blocked and plenty of running room.
Mackay Hill, second leading rusher for the Panthers coming into tonight, averaging a little over 4 yards per carry. We're inside of 30 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. 2nd down and 4. Quick count. Give is to Hill. Lots of room off that right side. Down the far sideline he goes. 30, 25, 20, and wrestled out of bounds to the far sideline. Count drags him down at the 15, but big time run there for Mackay Hill. Give him 26, and a Panther first down.
And there was a potential to throw a block. I think the fear was that he was going to get called for any kind of a block. He was cleanly in front of him, but he backed off the block. And, of course, from here it looked like he could have made it. I have no idea.
All right, they'll give him the 17-yard line. So give Hill 24 on the carry. And Atzavez will say, let the clock run out here. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, and Coach Kevin Clancy's going to say, let's switch ends of the field. Take a 14-6 lead after 12 minutes of play. So, with that in mind, we're going to take a short timeout with them. Panthers on the move with their third offensive series. Lions trying to shut the door here at Lewis Scott Field. Glad you're joining us on HavenFootball.net.
Nobody covers the Delaware County high school sports scene like the Delaware County Daily Times. No matter what the season or the type of sport, from football to soccer to lacrosse to wrestling to track to basketball and baseball, virtually every high school sport for every high school in the Delaware County. For complete coverage of today's games, pick up your copy of the Delaware County Daily Times wherever newspapers are sold, or go online at www.delcotimes.com. If it happened in Delaware County, it's in the Delaware County Daily Times.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on HavenFootball.net.
Second quarter action ready to begin. Brian Carroll bringing you play-by-play. Mike Mayer doing the color commentary, engineering, and more. Pete Fulgenator with the stats and spotting. And the Pencrest High School television production class joining us here tonight and putting together a simulcast, and hope all is going well, whether you're seeing it or hearing it live or on the archive. So, second quarter ready to start here. Strath Haven now with the wind at their back, leading 14-6 and looking for more as they'll snap it from the Pencrest 17. Two tight ends, Thompson to the left, Reeves to the right, and the give is to Mackay Hill, and he pushes his way inside the 15 to the 14. And again, lots of officials are getting in there pretty quickly post play. It's we've had a few moments of extra aggression from both teams here.
Yeah, traditionally these two teams aren't real fond of each other, but coaches are well aware of that, and we know both coaches are adamant about the way their players behave themselves during these games.
2nd down and 8. Dozier over the football. He'll snap it to Atzavez with a wing tee behind him, two tight ends in front of him. On 2nd down, give is to Newlon on the delay, and he's going next to nowhere. Nice work there, filling the hole by. And then another flag, post-play here, and we'll see. All right. So Newlon goes for a yard, and then more discussion here. We might end up with another unsportsmanlike call.
Yeah.
Not sure
I
there.
didn't see it.
I think Reeves was tied up downfield a little bit. But we'll see what the call is.
Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense.
All right. Another little bit of extra there from the Pencrest defense, and now half the distance to the goal will give Strath Haven a first down.
As a coach, that would drive me absolutely nuts. Just give away yards for no particular reason. You know, check your egos at the doors, guys. This is a game. Play it, and play it between the whistles.
Both teams guilty of unsportsmanlike through the first 12 minutes and change, but this one hurts for Pencrest. Sticks on the ground on the far sideline. First and goal to go from the 7. Two tight ends, wing tee, and the give is to Mackay Hill. Off the right tackle again. He's going to push his way inside the 5, down near the 4. Give him 3. Clock continues to tick, and the Panthers continue to move it forward.
Yeah, watching this game, if you didn't know what the score was, you say, this is looking pretty good. I mean, offensive line is pushing pretty hard for the Panthers. Pencrest defense is playing it tough. You know, on either side of the ball, it's a nice, tight game. They're just, of course, Pencrest hasn't had the ball much. That's part of the problem when you give up two touchdowns in the opening series.
Pencrest has had it once. They went on a nice 68-yard scoring drive, but here the Panthers trying to put together a long drive of their own. Second down and goal to go from the 4, and the Panthers jump. So false start here against Strath Haven will back them up to the 9, and maybe a different look here in terms of a play call. Wind at their back, and again, it's a pretty stiff breeze here. This is going to be a factor, I believe.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because if you look at the flags on the goalpost, there's nothing. So we're about, 30 feet off the ground here, 34
right.
feet.
The Stars and Stripes above the scoreboard, about 30 feet even above us, looks to be
now it's
blowing pretty well.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 9:57. 9:56 and counting to play here in the first half. Newlawn is your fullback. Alongside of him is Mackay Hill. Major is wing to the right. Give is to Hill. Now a little toss play on a reverse. This is Tommy Foster. Gets a block from Atsevez, trying to turn the corner, and they track him down at the 5.
Foster.
That was a lot.
Good pursuit. Excellent pursuit there for number 57, Jake Quinn, on the stop over there. Foster with a 4-yard run.
Yeah, which
up
I think you ran about 30 yards to make that 4-yard run.
Brings up 3rd and goal from the 5. So the Panthers pull a little trick play out of there. Couldn't stretch it quite far enough. 3rd and goal from the 5. 2 tight ends again. Atsevez with a longer count this time. Gives a Newlawn off left tackle. He's going to bull his way inside the 5 to about the 1. 4th and goal from the 1 upcoming, and my guess is you go back to Newlawn one more time.
Yeah, I don't think sneaks are a good idea here.
A little too far out. 4th and goal. The Panthers have cashed in here before already this evening. Coming into the night, 5 of 12 on 4th down. We'll try it again here with 8 minutes and change to play in the second quarter. Already leading by 8, trying to get that 2-touchdown lead back. Goolsby, Dewar, and the defensive front need a big stop here. 4th and goal to go from the 1. It's Newlawn off the left side again, and he's in for the touchdown for the second time. 8:19 to play. Panthers have been in the end zone, courtesy of 3 one-yard touchdown runs. The first for Mackay Hill, and now 2 for Zach Newlawn. His 11th on the season, and the Panthers now with a 2-touchdown lead. And Emmett Young on to attempt his 3rd extra point. Well, that's a pretty nice drive there for the Panthers. They go 58 yards after Jake Fisher's return set him up in pretty good field position. Evan Atsevez will hold. He spots it. Young, plenty of leg, and right down the middle again. 21-6, Strath Haven. 8:19 to play here in the first half. Pencrest trying to get back on the seesaw here and tilt it in their direction when we come back. You're listening live to High School Football right here on havenfootball.net.
The wonderful Inn at Swarthmore is now open and serving the Delaware County community with wonderful overnight lodging, as well as the fabulous Broad Table Tavern for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with extended meeting rooms suitable for business, weddings, and other gatherings from 2 to 150 people. Visit us today to experience the Inn at Swarthmore, right next to Swarthmore College and a proud part of downtown Swarthmore, located on Route 320. Call us for dining reservations at 610-543-7500.
This is CBS 3 Sports Director Beasley Reese, and you're listening to High School Football on www.havenfootball.net.
Strath Haven 21, Pencrest 6 as we return to Lewis Scott Field on homecoming weekend here at Pencrest. Emmett Young has a teed for the 4th time tonight and ready to kick it away. Standing deep to return, number 21, Zach Kaut, along with Manny Ruffin. Quick score update, Imhotep on top of Malvern Prep, 14-0. And here is a short end-over-end kick. It's going to come down at about the 20-yard line. Looking for running room is Ullman, and he is wrestled down by Jemai Springfield and others. Ullman had an 80-yard kick return touchdown against Harriton that was wiped out by a penalty. So, again, that's a guy who can run it a long way if you give him space. The Panthers only give him that space to the 31-yard line, and that's where the offense for the Lions will start. Just their 2nd offensive possession of the game thus far. Panthers dominating in time of possession, but, of course, when the Lions had the ball, they went 68 yards on a nice scoring drive last time they had it. Two receivers to the right, two receivers left, wing right, and shotgun for Mills. Motion man is Ullman. Flag on the play, and you're going to get a false start here. They tried to get Ullman on a little bubble screen, but people moving forward just before that snap, and we'll end up with procedure here against Pencrest. A lot of laundry on the field tonight in the first half, Mike.
Yeah, well, you know, I think once referees see that there's issues between players, they get very, very quick on the flags because they just don't want things to get out of control, and I think it just reminds these players they've got to play the game properly. I will tell you that when there's heavy winds, being a former football player, sometimes it whistles through your helmet, and it's very tough to hear. I mean, I've never played in front of 100,000 people or anything. I'm sure that's impossible. But, you know, it does get a little noisy in there.
Same formation on 1st and 15. From the 26, Mills takes the shotgun snap, gives to Mahalik. Looking for room off that right side, turns the corner, and he's going to barrel through 1, 2, 3 tacklers and take him down to the 38-yard line. Gain of 12 for Mahalik. Tough running, and just a junior. So the Panthers have another year of him to look forward to, never mind the next 3 quarters.
Harris definitely hurting. He was chasing that play, and he would have had that last week with no problem, and he couldn't keep up. It's got to be tough for him.
Nick O'Connor in there at outside linebacker as well, trying to support the left side of that Panther defense. I formation. 2 receivers to the left. On 2nd and short, gives to Mahalik one more time. He delays and dances his way across the 40 for first down yardage to the 43. Good patience that time from the junior, Caleb Mahalik.
Mackay Hill on the stop, but not before another first down.
They move the chains up to the 43-yard line, and Strath Haven defense has had their hands full.
Yeah, they're really they're not able to make much of a stop. I mean, this stage of the game, you have to say to yourself, you know, without the 2 early turnovers, you know, this is a 14-6 game. Well,
7 minutes and counting to play.
7-6 game, sorry.
In at left guard now, John George for the Pencrest Lions, 6'4", 300-pounder. Motion man from left to right, back to passes Mills. They come back to this near side and incomplete. Looking for Manny Ruffin.
Well,
all the action of the play going right, and then a throwback to this left side. Try to get Ruffin the football in some space, and couldn't quite connect. 2nd down and 10.
And actually, I know he was upset with himself for a variety of reasons. He appeared to have tripped on the turf and then dropped the ball, but he was better off dropping the ball. Otherwise, been lost for 2 yards. In high school football, you're down when your knee makes contact, and there's no getting up from that. So once he was down, he was finished.
Panther defense has to stretch it out this time. And let's see, timeout. Okay, timeout Pencrest. It looked like they had 12 men in the huddle, so good decision there for Coach Strapp and the Lions offense. We'll take a short timeout with them. Be back in just a moment. Strath Haven on top, 21-6, but the Lions trying to roar back here at Pencrest High. Glad you're joining us on HavenFootball.net.
Wherever weights are racked, rackets are swung.
To move is to live. And wherever you find bodies in motion, you'll find people who've rebuilt their lives with the help of Rothman Institute.
Balls are pitched, skates are laced.
More bones repaired, more joints replaced. No body in our region has done more for more bodies than Rothman.
Lawns are mowed, swings are pushed.
So when you're ready to run again, ride again, move again, live again, think Rothman first. RothmanInstitute.com.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on HavenFootball.net.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Sending it back to Lewis Scott Field here in media. Quick update from Ridley and Springfield. They are tied at 7, thanks to Matt Smith at the Delco Times for the update. Here, 2nd down and 10. Mills with a little shovel screen, and give is to Ullman, who dances outside at the 50. Pressure from the backside, and Belleville wraps him up, but still carrying tacklers inside the 40-yard line. Terrific play design and terrific execution. 1st and 10 for the Lions, all the way down to the 38.
And another missed tackle 10 yards earlier that they just couldn't wrap him up and do anything with him. And that's just killing the Panthers on defense. They just can't seem to make a one-on-one stop with virtually anybody at this stage of the game.
Give Ullman 19 on his first catch of the night. I believe that pass went forward. I don't think it was quite a lateral, right?
No, I thought it was forward too.
All right. We'll check the tape over the weekend, right?
Yes, we will.
Wing to the right is Ullman. Receivers are split. He motions from right to left. Mills takes the snap and hands off to Mahalik, and John Harrah has him wrapped up this time at the 36. Gain of just 2 for Mahalik, who's up to 54 yards rushing on just 9 carries and has the Pencrest touchdown. It came at the 140 mark of that first quarter. Cut the lead at that moment to 14-6, but now 21-6 Strath Haven, and the Lions trying to answer again. Both defenses tonight have been on their heels through the first quarter and a half here. 5:59 and counting to play here in the first half. Manny Ruffin split far to the right. Motion man to the right side. They flood it now. Snap. It goes over the head of Mills. Scramble for it. Ball still loose. And I don't know. Panthers ball still loose. And let's see now. 4 different guys had a shot at it, but finally the Panthers are on it at the 47-yard line. Heads up play on the recovery, and good pursuit there from Zach Newlon, who was in it inside linebacker. Newlon with a recovery at the 47. Shotgun snap goes awry, and now the Panthers, with a 2-touchdown lead, have it near midfield again.
Boy, I tell you, it was unfortunate. It was just a bad snap. Quarterback did what he could to jump on it. Squirted out from under him again. We haven't had any real moisture here for the last 45 minutes, but sure, the field's still wet.
Yep, field's wet, so the ball is wet, and literally 4 guys had a shot at it from both teams.
Kept squirting out.
Newlon looked like the last man in there. Newlon has the carry off the left side this time and picks up maybe 2 yards. Maybe 2 if they're generous. And it'll bring up second down and long. Not much doing there thanks to a good effort from 57 Jake Quinn. Second down and 9 upcoming. So the Panthers, again, no eye-popping stats to speak of thus far. But they've had a short field most of the evening.
Except for the turnovers are 3 their favor.
Yep. Tommy Foster. And now we're going to call timeout. Head coach Kevin Clancy looks as happy as a wet cat right now. So here we are, second down and 9, and the first time out for Strath Haven. We'll keep it right here and see if we can't get a couple of score updates from elsewhere. Mentioned earlier, Springfield and Ridley tied at 7. Ridley jumped out in front, but Springfield has answered. And now Ridley has the ball inside the Springfield 10. And we'll see if they can punch it in. Perk Valley on top, 7-0. They're trying to stay undefeated up in the Pac-10. Ben Salem 7, Pennsbury nothing. We'll keep everybody posted on Garnet Valley and Haverford as well. Try to get an update here in just a moment. But Strath Haven back in the huddle and ready to snap it on second down and 9 from the 48-yard line. Foster, split end to the left. Wing to the right is Hunter Mazer. On second and 9, gives to Makai Hill. He cuts it back. He's across the midfield stripe and to the Pencrest 48. So Hill picks up 4 more. It's going to bring up third down and about 5. So Panthers need a play here. I think there's.
3rd and 5 for the Panthers.
I don't think you're in a 4-down territory here.
No, I would definitely punt it away here if I can't get the first.
So 3rd and 5. Wouldn't shock me to see a hard count here either. Hunter Mazer, wing to the right, wing to the left is Makai Hill. Newline is your fullback. Mazer goes in motion. They toss it to Hunter Mazer, looking for room off that left side. Ducks outside and not much doing. He's going to lose a yard. Very good discipline from the defense there.
Absolutely. And very poor blocking from Haven. I mean, they had the blocks, and I don't know what. Obviously, they're timed blocks because they both slid off their blocks after about 3.5 seconds, but the running back hadn't gone by him yet.
Nice work there by Shane Jones, inside linebacker.
And Pencrest has their first hold.
Defense, first stop of the game there for Pencrest defense. That's right. Strath Haven, their only stop was really on the fumble.
Right.
So Mark Ullman stands deep to return the punt. Zach Newlon comes in with a 38-yard punt average with the wind at his back here, trying to pin him deep. Steps into one and booms it. Line drive kick is going to send Ullman back inside the 10. It's going to go all the way into the end zone. So 51 on the punt. 49. They were still on the Pencrest side of the field. So 49 on the punt. They'll net just 29 as they march it out to the 20-yard line. No return, obviously, but 80 yards of field in front of the Lions here with 3:32 to play before halftime. 2 timeouts in their pocket, and they trail 21-6.
Well, and for Haven, not to be able to take advantage of the turnover is this is the kind of stuff comes back and haunt you later in a tight game, which it's not now, but with this wind and this weather, and these two teams seem to be battling each other fairly equally, other than what the scoreboard shows. This could come down to the wire.
Strath Haven will get the ball to start the second half, but here the defense trying to slow things down. Motion man is Ullman. They toss it to that left side. Following the motion is Mahalik. On the full halfback toss, Belleville runs him out of bounds there at about the 20-yard line, I believe.
Good defensive play.
Good work there by Chris Rossini coming up from the free safety spot as well.
Ethan Belleville.
So Ethan Belleville thrust into the starting lineup. Had 11 tackles, a pass defense, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery all last week. And was in on the stop there. Just a sophomore. They're expecting big things from he and the other sophomore alongside of him, Luke Healy, in the weeks and years ahead. No gain for Mahalik. Panthers starting to find him a little bit. I formation, 2 receivers to the right. Mills, Mahalik on the counter, wrestled down by Brandon King after a gain of 4. Give him 5 as he tumbled forward.
Mahalik on the carry, brought down by Brandon
Clock
King.
continues to tick. 3:12, 3:11 and counting to play here in the
Gain of 5 brings up
third quarter.
5 for the Lions.
I would wonder if the clock continues to tick here and the Panthers get a stop, if Coach Clancy might think about a timeout or keep 2 in your pocket for the offense. 2:55 and counting to play here in the second quarter. Big 3rd and 5 here from their own 25. Mills is under center, tight end to the right. Offset eye behind him, receivers are split, and he's back to pass. Looking to that right side, fires out there. It is caught for a first down, and nice work there by numbers. Stand up, young man. Couldn't see your number.
Number 11?
Number.
What is it?
Pass is complete to Mark Ullman.
Okay, it was
Ullman.
Ullman, 13. All right. I thought that was him, pre-snap there, but turned away from me for a moment. Nice delivery from Mills now, who is starting to click. 4 for 7.
That will make Coach Clancy's decision unnecessary as they get 4 fresh downs.
4 for 7, 58 yards passing for Mills, who's under center here. Fullback is offset as a wing to the left. Pump fake, back to pass. He's looking deep down the sideline. It is intercepted by Thomas Foster. Foster shakes a tackle. 50, 45, 40 down this near sideline. Convoy in front of him. Foster is out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Pass is underthrown, and then there's a flag. 15 more is going to get tacked on right here as Foster was run out of bounds and then slammed down by another frustrated
33.
Lion. And, the Lions are frustrated, and now you're going to move half the distance to the goal line here. First interception of the season for Thomas Foster. And pass just a little bit off the mark. Ruffin seemed to turn inside, and the pass was going to the outside shoulder.
Yeah, and the wind was blowing too. We don't know whether it was on the field, but it's I'll tell you, it's gutsy to be throwing tonight. You don't know where the wind's coming from or how it's coming. So, but yeah, this is just more Pencrest bad luck, which is the old story. If it wasn't for bad luck, you'd have no luck at all tonight. So.
Nose of the football is just outside the 10-yard line, and so are they going to use? No, I guess they're going to say it's at the 10. All right, they're not going to put the yard markers up, so it's first and goal to go from the 10, I believe.
I'd like to see an interpretation
look
of
at
PIA
this? Yeah, I don't know. I think
okay, they just moved the ball. That makes
okay,
more
they moved
sense.
the ball to the 10. All right, here we go. First and 10. First and goal to go from the 10. 2 tight ends, wing T. Flags everywhere. Flags everywhere. Everybody moved except the ball.
Yep. Of course, we never know whether it was the center who didn't understand what the count was or whether everybody else. It's the old story. I'm okay, you're okay, or I'm okay, and you're all nuts.
So back to the 15 it goes. Panthers have had their share of sloppiness tonight as well. No turnovers, though. So 4.
Oh, there goes the Carroll curse.
Yes, there it is. You're right. 4 first-half turnovers here for the Lions. 3 fumbles and an interception. Disrupting things, to say the least. Tight end to the left is Reeves. Thompson to the right. Give is to Mazer on to the left side. He has a lot of room inside the 10, inside the 5. Carrying tacklers. Flag comes in late, and we'll see.
Well, that could be a face mask.
It's going to be hold or a face mask.
Yeah.
Mazer's got 14 yards down to the 1. And tough running for Mazer. Once he gets his shoulder square, I know everybody loves his speed and, laterally on the jet sweeps, but boy, when he's running straight ahead, he is strong. West Point recruit for lacrosse. And the Panthers happy to have him on the football field, obviously. So now check the flag. Pencrest defense seems to be set up at the goal line here. I think
Pencrest indicates it's Strath Haven. Block in the back.
Goodness. Block in the back. Spot foul at the 2-yard line. So my goodness. They're going to move this back to the 12, which means if you're blocking and back at the 2-yard line when your running back's tackled at the 1. Ouch. All right. Costly mistake for the Panthers there, but they'll get to go do first down over. Here we go. First and goal from the 11 now. Mazer one more time. They give it to him on the same play off that left side. He spins through tacklers again. He's going to wrestle his way down inside the 5. They'll put the ball on the 5, so give Mazer 6.
No timeouts. I mean, we have timeouts.
They have 2 timeouts. I think they're going to be let the clock work here, I believe, and see if they will use it if they have to.
Brings up second and goal.
Clock ticks, 106. Panthers confident they can get things going. My guess is you don't get in the end zone here, you're calling timeout on third down. Save it for the third and potentially fourth down play. Clock continues to melt. 54 seconds and counting to play here in the first half. Second and goal to go from the 5. This is Newline off the left edge. He's going to push his way near the goal line and just shy. 42 seconds, 41 seconds, 40 seconds. Third and goal to go from inside the 1, and timeout indeed is called. Strath Haven. So, 35 seconds to play here before halftime. We'll keep it right here.
Okay.
And again, very familiar turf here for the Panthers. They are set up at the 1-yard line for the 4th time tonight. 3 1-yard touchdown runs. Mackay Hill at the 10:39 mark of the first. Zach Newlon at the 6:39 mark of the first. And Newlon again at the 8:19 mark. Now with just 35.8 seconds left on the clock, they'll snap it one more time, and my guess is you go Newlon or Atsevez on the keeper.
I don't like Atsevez on keepers. I'm not too sure what the issues are, but whether it's a blocking issue or I don't know. But Atsevez is not the strength, and I'd rather hit the hole with somebody that is just going to plow into it. So I think what it is Atsevez is looking for that opening, and I'm not too sure it's happening.
Zach Newlon with 11 touchdowns on the season now. He lines up as the fullback on 3rd and goal from the 1. Atsevez under center. 2 tight ends in front of him. Give Newlon off the left side, and he is in for the touchdown. The 3rd time tonight, Zach Newlon cashes in. And the Panthers on top by 3 scores for the first time. Again, some extracurriculars after the play. No flags. A lot of yapping down there. So 27-6, extra point pending now as Emmett Young on for the 4th time tonight. Frustrating evening thus far for the Lions.
Oh, yeah, just terrible.
4 turnovers and countless penalties, many of them post-snap. Ball spotted. Kick is away. It is good. And Young, the freshman, 4 for 4 on the evening. Panthers, 5 offensive possessions, 4 of them in the end zone. Pretty good percentage here for the silver and black. Lions with 32 seconds to work with when we come back on HavenFootball.net.
Baby, it's cold outside.
When you need dependable heating oil or propane delivery or expert HVAC service and repair, there's only one company to call, Wilson. Wilson is a full-service, family-owned company that delivers real value for your fuel dollars. Wilson does this by helping you use less fuel with energy-efficient products and Wilson's home energy audits. Wilson can make your energy bills easier to manage with automatic delivery and a monthly payment plan. Give Wilson a call today at 888-607-2621.
This is Ralph Lawler of the LA Clippers, and you're listening to High School Football on HavenFootball.net.
In the books, it'll go down as a 10-yard scoring drive. Tommy Foster's interception near midfield, 30-yard run back, and then an unnecessary roughness penalty gives Haven a short field for the third time tonight, and they cash in again. All right, this short kickoff's going to come down to Goolsby, who just trucks a man at the 40-yard line and out to the 42. Not often that Big 52 gets to run with the football, and he made it count that time.
Heck of an effort.
Goolsby just flattened a Strath Haven. That's a bug on the windshield right there.
Yeah.
So the Lions with 27 seconds, the wind in their face, and I believe two timeouts remaining.
Well, at this time, I don't think you want to be too aggressive. I think you run some plays. I would not throw it. You're having a tough night, and you don't want to give up a score here.
Panthers, up 28-6 and a deep cover 3 here. 3 wide receivers to the left. Mills under center, motion man going from left to right. Back to pass is Mills. He is going to look to throw. He's rolling. Eyes downfield, not going to run it. Runs away from 1 man, 2 man, dances out to the left side, and he's banged down by Mackay Hill near the first down marker, and that will stop the clock. Is that for a timeout, or is that to move the chains?
Timeout, I think.
Okay, I would think. Would have stopped the clock momentarily anyway, but Mills, on his first carry of the night, picks up 10 and moves the sticks. The Lions will have 1 timeout remaining and snap it from the Panther 47-yard line, I believe.
Well, I'll give them points for guts. I mean, I would be very concerned that you're going to do something. I mean, again, part of it depends on your confidence in your quarterback. Say, look, throw it if it's really open, hold on to it, and do something else with it. Don't throw an interception. We can't afford the run back. And he obviously has the confidence as a quarterback to do the right thing, and in fact, he did the right thing. Didn't see anybody downfield, and he took off.
Ben Salem on top of Pennsbury, 14-0 at half. Upper Perk 13, Upper Marion nothing. Speaking of penalties, contagious here in Delaware County. Ridley has been whistled for 8 penalties in the first half in their Springfield game, most of them holding, says Matt Smith.
Well, that can be a judgment call, and that's one of the problems. You get a crew that is more sensitive to that than other times. I don't know.
Penridge on top of Council Rock South, Upper Moreland on top of Cheltenham. Here, 16 seconds left in the first half. Motion man from left to right is Aiden Poole. Back to pass is Mills. Under heavy pressure, and Holbert almost got him with one hand. Flag on the play. Mills is still looking downfield. Now he's going to run himself out of bounds with 7 seconds left. And Holbert was being held. Still nearly got a sack. Good pressure from Big 52. The junior is going to put Pencrest in a deep hole now. This is a spot foul back at the 44-yard line for the Lions. They're going to march them back to their own 34 here. 6.9 seconds to play here before halftime. Now it's maybe see how far Chris Mills can throw it into the wind.
Really? I would just take a knee and call it a half.
I would too. But, you're going for it. You're down 3 scores. You're going for it on first and second and third down. But
yeah, but that kind of a throw it and hope for the best is the kind of thing that just kills you. Somebody picks it off and runs 80 yards back for a touchdown. I mean, that's just brutal.
Chris Rossini will stand in deep center field,
No,
like
wrong.
Willie Mays type center field.
Yep.
3 receivers to the left. Wing to the left as well, and back to pass is Mills. He's going to load up. He's going to fire deep down the near sideline, and Foster is going to have himself his second interception of the night and slip down as the clock sounds. So Foster with his second pick of the evening, and that will take us to halftime. Strath Haven's had a lot of things go well, 28-6. The visitors on top, 4 short scoring runs for the Panther fullback Zach Newlon, 1 more from Mackay Hill, and a lot of short fields thanks to 4 Lions turnovers.
Yep.
So with that in mind, we're going to take a short timeout, be back for halftime discussion with Pete Fulginetti. I will work the scoreboard as best we can, maybe get a chance to talk through some playoff possibilities as well. But again, if you're joining us live, we're on the archive on havenfootball.net or via the Pencrest television production. Glad you're joining us either way. So we've reached halftime. We'll hear from the Pencrest band momentarily. Pete and Mike when we come back. 28-6, Strath Haven on top here at Lewis Scott Field. Glad you're listening to havenfootball.net.
The wonderful Inn at Swarthmore is now open and serving the Delaware County community with wonderful overnight lodging, as well as the fabulous Broad Table Tavern for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with extended meeting rooms suitable for business, weddings, and other gatherings from 2 to 150 people. Visit us today to experience the Inn at Swarthmore, right next to Swarthmore College and a proud part of downtown Swarthmore, located on Route 320. Call us for dining reservations at 610-543-7500.
Every year, nearly 6,000 teenagers go out for a drive and never come back.
Follow along with the
Just talking to them can change that.
film director and
The Allstate Parent Teen Driving Contract can help.
decide how it should end.
Get yours from an Allstate agent.
Star Trek, King
It's
Kong,
time to make
and
the
West
world a
Side
better place to
Story.
drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Allstate stand.
2016 Roaring
Are you in good
Lions
hands?
Marching
Your local
Band.
Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500 for all your insurance needs.
Wherever weights are racked, rackets are swung.
To move is to live. And wherever you find bodies in motion, you'll find people who've rebuilt their lives with the help of Rothman Institute.
Balls are pitched, skates are laced.
More bones repaired, more joints replaced. Nobody in our region has done more for more bodies than Rothman.
Lawns are mowed, swings are pushed.
So when you're ready to run again, ride again, move again, live again, think Rothman first. RothmanInstitute.com.
Baby, it's cold outside.
When you need dependable heating oil or propane delivery or expert HVAC service and repair, there's only one company to call, Wilson. Wilson is a full-service, family-owned company that delivers real value for your fuel dollar. Wilson does this by helping you use less fuel with energy-efficient products and Wilson's home energy audits. Wilson can make your energy bills easier to manage with automatic delivery and a monthly payment plan. Give Wilson a call today at 888-607-2621. Selling or buying a home is serious business, and for serious business, the key to your success is to work with an experienced agent. Century 21 agent Sandra McCulley has 15 years of real estate experience and is a lifelong
Cassidy Gamber. And now, let's meet the 2016 Pencrest High School Homecoming Court. Your first candidates for King and Queen are R.J. Fattori and Alex Parman. Alex works at Sunset Slush and enjoys volunteering at the Delaware County SPCA during the week. She hopes to attend college next year to study veterinary medicine or pre-med. Alex is being greeted by her stepfather, John Laughlin Jr. RJ organizes the Clay Club at Pencrest and also enjoys acting and singing. His future plans include acting or singing professionally, but if that doesn't work out, he would like to study to be a physician assistant. RJ is being greeted by his sister, Amanda Fattori. Your next candidates for King and Queen are Paul Jordan and Maddie DiDomenico. Maddie is a member of the Pencrest lacrosse team and works with the Edgemont Giant. In the fall, she plans to study environmental engineering at either Penn State or Drexel University. Maddie is being greeted by her father, Matt DiDomenico. Paul enjoys playing basketball, football, and video games. He sings in the choir and is an usher at the Winfield Baptist Church. In the future, he plans to attend college and pursue a career in ministry or law. He is being greeted by his mother, Paula Hall Jordan. Your next candidates for King and Queen are Jake Metzger and Maggie Nolan. Maggie is a member of the Pencrest field hockey team and basketball team. In the fall, she plans to attend college to study photography and hopefully play field hockey. She is being greeted by her grandfather, Ray Nolan. Jake is the president of our Pencrest Student Council. He is also the president of Emanon, chief editor of Pencrest's literary magazine, The Griffin, and a member of the Noble Try Improv Troupe. In the future, Jake plans to attend college to study liberal arts. He is being greeted by his mother, Jen Metzger. Our next candidates for King and Queen are Owen Miller and Megan Higgins. Megan enjoys playing her guitar, working at her part-time job, and volunteering for community organizations. In the future, she hopes to attend college to study international business and marketing. She is being greeted by her father, Daniel Higgins. Owen is a member of the Pencrest Roaring Lions Marching Band and is the vice president of Pencrest Student Council. In his free time, he enjoys playing ultimate frisbee. In the fall, Owen plans to attend college to study applied mathematics. He is being greeted by his mother, Janet Miller. And our final candidates for King and Queen are Drew Rogers and Devin Else. Devin is a member of the Pencrest Orchestra and the Pencrest track team. In her free time, she works at Teikoku in Edgemont. In the future, Devin hopes to attend college to study design and marketing. She is being greeted by her father, Kevin Else. Drew is a member of the Pencrest golf team, lacrosse team, and the Medical Scholars Club. In the future, he plans to attend college and study pre-med. Drew is being greeted by his mother, Paula Rogers. Let's hear it one more time for our 2016 Pencrest High School Homecoming Court. And now, we are pleased to announce your 2016 High School Homecoming King is Owen Miller. And the moment you've all been waiting for, the 2016 Pencrest High School Homecoming Queen is Maggie Nolan. Once again, let's hear it for your 2016 King, Owen Miller, and your 2016 Homecoming Queen, Maggie Nolan. Congratulations to you and the rest of the Homecoming Court.
Now for Act 3. Enter the villains. Our hero needs a chance to be a hero. And now, he has his opportunity. I said now he has his chance. Never mind. Should end this movie? Should our hero and his true love survive? Or should it end in a tragedy? Mind you, I really want to win that Oscar. So, what shall it be? Death? Let them know. So be it. Death.
Darby on top of Conestoga, 18-0. Lots of shutouts. Staying on the shutout binge here. Radnor 9, Harriton 0. Interborough 22, Chichester 0.
Really?
Staying in the Del Val, Penwood on top of Glen Mills, 16-0. So that could go a long way in terms of bragging rights in the Del Val. Of course, somebody's going to have to knock off Academy Park in order to turn the tide there. But Penwood could go to 5-1 if they can hold on against Glen Mills. Now, closest to home here in the Central League, Springfield trailing Ridley 14-7, even being outgained 223 to 75. But here's the killer. In the first half, Ridley 8 penalties. Springfield 0 penalties. So Ridley, in a game that's probably a lot closer than it could be at the moment, on top. Speaking of another one-touchdown game, Haverford 21, Garnet Valley 14 at halftime. Both teams trading turnovers and scoring off those turnovers in the first half. So, again, lots going on. And then Marple Newtown plays Lower Marion tomorrow for another Central League tilt. So we'll keep an eye on all of those games as we go here. It has, knock on wood, the moisture has gone away. So we're going to try to keep Twitter up and running here as best we can. And then one other big non-league game, not really for PIAA purposes, but really more for bragging rights for two absolute powerhouses here in the Delaware Valley. Imhotep 24, Malvern Prep 7 at half. So TEP picking up where they left off last year as state champions. Really taking it to Malvern Prep so far, even with a new coach and everything else. So, again, good Good game going on right now. Over there, we'll try to keep you updated on those scores as we said. First half, you and Pete talk, I'm sure, about the 5 turnovers for the Lions.
Oh, yeah.
One of them really on the final play of the half. That's really your Hail Mary, nothing
that didn't really count
to worry about. But 2 fumbles in the first less than 2 minutes to start the game for Pencrest. Another fumble disrupted a drive near midfield, and then an interception by Thomas Foster, his first of the night, first of 2. And the run back and penalty set up Strath Haven with a 10-yard scoring drive. So for the Panthers, 13 carries for 42 yards for Zach Newland tonight, but 3 touchdowns. Zach, again, not a whole lot of yardage per se, and yards per carry down a little bit, so give credit to the Lions defense. But Strath Haven's really just had a short field most of the evening. Mackay Hill, 7 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown. Hunter Mazer, 4 carries for 17 yards, and his numbers would look a little better without a couple penalties wiping it out. Thomas Foster with 1 carry for 4 yards. Evan Atzevez has put it in the air exactly 1 time. Fell incomplete, so no passing yards here in the first half.
And I would be surprised if we see any in the second half. So
for Pencrest, Chris Mills, 7 of 9 with 2 interceptions, 58 yards to his credit. Caleb Mahalik, 11 carries, 59 yards, and the Pencrest touchdown. Mills also with 1 carry for 10 yards. Cosgrove, 1 carry for 2 yards. Mark Ullman, 2 catches for 30 yards. Ruffin, 1 for 10. And number 18, the big tight end, caught that deflection on 4th down. Connor Moretti with 18 yards receiving in that first half. So here we go. Panthers will move left to right to start this second half. Wind at their backs. And the Lions have it teed and are ready to kick it away. Pat Hughes, low line drive kick. It's going to take a hop and come to Mazer at the 14-yard line. Comes up the right hash, gets a block, and now straight ahead speed, runs over a man at the 35-yard line, and Mazer makes the tackler pay right there. And the Panthers will get things started 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
All right, well, Pete and I talked about this, and we just expect to see a lot of running because we don't think there's any reason for Atzevez to throw the ball with this kind of a lead, and why take the chance, particularly on a windy night. Just keep pounding away and take up the time off the clock, and your possession for 3 or 4 minutes, their possession 3 or 4. If they get 3 possessions for 3 or 4 minutes and score, you still win. Yeah. So,
as long as the defense holds up.
Yep.
If Pencrest starts cutting into the lead, we'll see what happens from there. Atzevez on 1st down gives to Zach Newland. Straight ahead he goes, and Goolsby slings him backwards. Ball comes out late, but they're going to say down first, and Newland goes for just a yard. 2nd down on 9. Goolsby, again, 3-year starter, he's been fun to watch the last couple of years,
yep.
and actually got a chance to run with the football tonight on that kick return late in the first half, which was terrific. 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers, 2 corners and a free safety. 4-4 look here for the Pencrest defense as Strath Haven sets up 2nd down and 9. Split end to the left is Tom Foster. Motion man is Mazer. Back to pass is Atzevez. Looking. Throws the flag route. Foster is back there. He's got it at the 30, 25, 20. Foster pulling away, and he will go. What a delivery from Atzevez, right on the money. 62 yards to pay for touchdown, Tommy. How's that for a dagger?
Boy.
So much for ground and pound, Mike.
Right, absolutely. And it was a beautiful pass. I mean, considering the wind situations and everything else, that was just a terrific pass.
2 weeks ago, they connected for a 70-yard score. This one goes for 68. And the Panthers lead by 28, extra point pending.
Boy, that's just got to be demoralizing.
Emmett Young on to attempt his 5th extra point. Ball spotted. Kick is low, and it is wide left. It was deflected.
Yeah.
Yes, it was deflected. Did not see who got a finger on it. Give credit to the defense there, but the Panthers, just 1 minute into the second half, are on the board again. 34-6 Strath Haven. The Lions a bit shell-shocked here, trying to get the offense going when we come back on HavenFootball.net.
Every year, nearly 6,000 teenagers go out for a drive and never come back. Just talking to them can change that. The Allstate Parent-Teen Driving Contract can help. Get yours from an Allstate agent. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. It's Allstate, Stand. Are you in good hands?
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500 for all your insurance needs.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on havenfootball.net.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Well, a 69-yard scoring drive, 68 of it coming off the arm of Evan Atzevez to Tommy Foster. 11 minutes to play here in the third quarter, 34-6. Strath Haven on top of Pencrest. Young steps into one and hits a one-hopper. It's fielded at the 11-yard line. Coming out is Zach Kaut, cuts back to his right, and he is swarmed. Absolutely buried. Then flag comes in late. We'll see. Don't know if this is going to be a hold. Indeed, it looks like a hold. The referee threw the flag. They're blocking the back. Okay, so it's gone from bad to worse here for the Lions. Give up the long touchdown pass. They return for Kaut. Got him about to the 18-yard line. Oh, there's another flag.
Oh.
Let's
Where'd you see
here.
the other flag at?
I didn't, but the referee still has his microphone on, and we're eavesdropping. So we'll see here. Block in the back would take it back 10 yards to the 8 and give Pencrest
Could they
a
be
heck of a
debating
long
whether
field,
kicking it again?
But
No,
if
they
if the penalty was post play or if it was during the play, I did not see where that flag was anywhere, honestly. All right, we'll get the explanation.
Okay. Basic stuff. Where's he going?
Then a dead ball foul against Strath Haven post play.
Oh.
Okay. Out to
That's
the
what-
25. All right, here we go.
Oh.
So not sure who was whistled or what was said, but it was something unpleasant, and referees will march it out to the 25, and Pencrest takes over there on 1st and 10. All right, here we go. Chris Mills trying to get the offense rolling. Mahalik is your tailback in the eye. Two receivers split to the left. It's Mahalik straight up the middle, and he's carrying tacklers again. Across the 30, out to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 and a first down.
I tell you, that was just good basic blocking for Pencrest.
Yep.
They created the holes. Good running. That was all it was in 10 yards. I mean, that's...
John George in there at left guard now. 300-pound guard pounding on you straight away, straight ahead running there. That can wear you down in a hurry. But again, not a lot of size for some of the other Pencrest linemen, but they are doing the job on the ground so far. Mahalik one more time on 1st and 10. This time he's met in the backfield and still pushes forward for 2. Good strength there from the 6'2", 180-pounder.
Pete and I talked about whether Harris should be out, and he is not playing right now, and we hope that he's out let him rest that injury he's got for next week.
Denzel Thompson in at defensive end in his place, opposite Rob Dubois. Holbert and King, the defensive tackles.
37-yard line.
Fisher and Hill are the outside backers. Receivers are split. Back to pass, 3-step drop, firing to the outside. It is complete to Ullman on that far sideline, and wrestling him down is Jemai Springfield, but not before he picks up the 47-yard line. Gain of 10 more, and a first down. Third catch of the night for Ullman, 40 yards. And Mills, after his last 2 passes were intercepted late in the first half, connects on his first attempt of this second half. 6 for 10 throwing it for 68 yards for the junior, who's under center now with 2 receivers to his left, I formation behind him. From the 47, Pencrest on the move right to left. Give is to Mahalik off left side. He cuts back through the middle, crosses the midfield stripe, and will be stopped at about the 49-yard line of the Panthers. Gain of 4. So, like I said, we'll do our best to keep you posted on other scores. West Catholic on top of Newman-Goretti, 22-0. Perk Valley on top 16-0. On top of Boyertown there after a safety. All right, Penridge is on top 21-0. And Hatboro Horsham has stretched their lead on Quakertown 20-6. Try to get you closer to home in Delaware County in a moment. 2nd down and 6. Motion man is Ullman. They toss to that left side. Following the motion man is Mahalik. Looks, he turns upfield, and he is undercut nicely there by Tom Foster. Mackay Hill on the stop as well.
Nice tackle.
Yep. Hill got him high, Foster got him low, and they drop him for a gain of after a gain of just 2. But still, 3rd and 4, very manageable here for the Lions. Mahalik, 15 carries, 77 yards rushing now, and a touchdown.
Now here's the interesting thing: if they don't make the first down here, I think they have to go for it. I mean, they can't just keep punting the ball.
Right.
They don't have time left.
Yep. On the Strath Haven side of the field now. They'll snap from the 47. Wind picks up here, right in the face of the junior quarterback. From the left hash, Ruffin split to the near side. Ullman to the far side, split backs. They fake inside, and there's a lateral. This is a throw back, and no chance at all. Thanks to Mackay Hill stepping up and squashing Mahalik. An overhand lateral drops him for a loss of 5. Good read by Hill.
Mackay Hill on the stop.
That was really solid defense. Decent play call by Pencrest. Thought it took a little bit longer to develop than they wanted it to, but and they are going to go for it because down by 28, they can't.
Yep.
Not much. No reason to punt it at the 48-yard line.
The center is Nick Newmiller. He'll set up for a shotgun snap to Mills, who has trips left and a wing to the left as well. He rolls that left side, fires over the middle. It is complete to Ruffin, who carries tacklers out inside the 40-yard line to the Panther 35. Good delivery from Mills.
Yep.
17 to Ruffin.
Nice heads-up play. Pretty decent tackle after the catch, but he was already 12 yards deep or so.
Good footwork. Right-handed quarterback, rolling left, got his shoulders square and threw a dart. Nicely done. Knows the football on the left hash at the 35. Panther defense on its heels a bit here midway through this 3rd quarter. Ullman split to the far side to the right. Ruffin to the left, I formation. Gives the fullback Cosgrove, first man through. Takes it to the Panther 32, gain of 3 on his 2nd carry of the evening. Panthers we're back at home next week, right?
Yep.
Springfield, back at George L. King Field. Take on either undefeated Springfield or one-loss Springfield, depending on what goes on versus Ridley tonight. Here we go. Back to pass. Oh, no, the busted play here. Mills is going to keep it himself and still make lemonade out of lemons here. Holbert and Thompson on the stop, but Mills picks up 2.
Yep.
But, not sure what happened there, getting their signals crossed maybe. But he keeps it himself, and they'll mark it just inside the 30 and brings up 3rd down and about 4. We're inside of 6 minutes to play here in the 3rd. 34-6 Strath Haven, but the Lions moving it well. Slot right is Ullman, split right is Ruffin. Tight end to the left. I formation on 3rd and 4. Mills is back, looking, down the middle he goes, has a man out there. Ullman makes a catch at the 12, dances away at the 10, still on his feet, and run out of bounds over on that far sideline. But they'll mark him out at the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. 1st and goal to go for Pencrest.
Marked him at the 6, actually, it looks like. Did they? No.
5, maybe?
Yeah.
Nice delivery there on 3rd and 4. Gain of 26 for Ullman. His 4th catch of the evening. Came in as their leading receiver. Is doing it again tonight. And Mills 3 for 3 now on this drive to start the 2nd half. He's over 100 for the game. Give him 111 yards passing. I formation on 1st and goal. Mahalik off to the right side. 2nd effort picks up maybe the 3.
Mahalik on the carry.
Panthers collapsed pretty well that time. Lee Holbert, Brandon King on the stop. Mahalik, 17 carries, 74 yards, and the Lions touchdown. Zach Kaut checks into the game for Ullman. 2nd and goal from the 3. Clock not the friend of Pencrest right now.
No, and they're taking an awful lot of time for this drive. But I think they're doing it for the purpose of doing the drive as opposed to trying to hurry up and
split backs. Kaut and Cosgrove. 2nd and goal from the 3. Gives to Cosgrove, the fullback going nowhere. Dubois and Holbert on the stop.
They get a yard out of it.
Maybe a yard.
Yep.
Maybe one. We'll bring up 3rd and goal.
I tell you, this would be a heck of a goal line stance for the Panthers and extremely defeating for the Lions. That would really be tough if they can't get the ball in the end zone.
Check that 1 yard gain.
4:10, 4:09 and counting to play here in a fast-moving third quarter. 34-6, Strath Haven on top. Long clock-consuming drive here for the Lions. Need to cash in now on 3rd and goal from the 2. Offset eye. Option look, no, they give inside, and it's Cosgrove's going to be wrapped up again.
Wow.
Panthers with another stop. It's Zach Newlon in there again, that inside linebacker.
See, if I
and Cosgrove.
There he goes. Going to call time. I was going to say, if I was Pencrest coach, I'd call a timeout. We got to talk about this.
4th and goal, and indeed, Coach Strapp wants to talk about it. 3:40 to play here in the 3rd. We're going to take a short timeout with him. We'll be back in 30 seconds to see if the Pencrest Lions can punch it in on 4th and goal right here on HavenFootball.net.
Your car is probably your second biggest investment, and AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven wants to keep that investment in tip-top shape. AMF Auto Clinic has been maintaining automobiles since 1961, and they take pride in their work and in keeping your car in perfect running order. From inspections to general maintenance and repair, you can trust your auto investment to AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven. Call for an appointment today at 610-872-2167.
This is Ralph Lawler of the LA Clippers, and you're listening to High School Football on HavenFootball.net.
Thank you, Mr. Lawler. Brian Carroll bringing you play-by-play. Mike Mayer with the color commentary, engineering, and everything else on HavenFootball.net. Pete Fulgenetti with the stats and spotting. And, of course, special broadcast tonight with the Pencrest television production class. Thanks to Mr. Clark and friends for getting that set up. Here we go. 4th and goal from the 2. The Lions trying to get in. They put it in the air. They throw in incomplete. Looking for Ullman, but a flag comes in late. You may get illegal contact, pass interference, who knows what here.
Really?
Let's see.
I don't know. I didn't see a thing. Did you?
Jemai Springfield in coverage with Ullman. That is, well, we'll see what they say. Check the call. Pass interference against the defense. This is an automatic first down, and they'll move it to the 1. So, far sideline, the referees are a lot closer than we are. And, I mean, there is contact at the line of scrimmage, which makes it tough on the defender, right? You're only plus you're 2 yards from your goal line. You're still tied up with a receiver. And
the way the flag came in there, I think it was when the ball was thrown. But I don't know.
Give Mills credit for getting rid of it quickly, giving his receiver a chance there. All right, here we go. 1st and goal from the 1. Mahalik pushing his way forward, and he's going to be shy of the goal line.
Wow.
No gain.
You know, I tell you something for Panther fans to take a look at is they've now played 5 downs from the 2 or 3, I guess, without allowing a score. That's pretty impressive.
Clock stops momentarily. I don't know. Is this an injury or is this Panther football?
Really?
Hill, or is this I don't know. Let's see. Panther football.
Whoa.
Panthers on top of it somehow.
Whoa, he stripped it, I assume.
Fumbled football. There was no reaction from any player until Mackay Hill started just waving a little bit, and the umpire agreed.
Boy, we had a similar fumble last week where we just had no idea what happened.
There seemed to be zero reaction from and no one on the field, no one on the sidelines, and somehow Mahalik was stripped of the football. And ouch. Mike, you were just saying 5 downs in a row. The Panthers get a stop there from the 2.
This is almost like
pass interference notwithstanding.
This is almost like the icing on the cake for on a negative sense for the Lions. I mean,
Mahalik frustrated here on the sideline, and now it's going to get some medical attention for a cut. But the Panthers could not be any closer to their own goal line. They'll snap it from inside the 1, 1st and 10. Wing T behind Atsevez. Hard count. Nearly jumping is Pencrest. Atsevez is going to push the pile for maybe another 36 inches.
Yeah. No, I don't think you got
not
that much.
Even that.
Yeah.
Maybe 18 inches of breathing room here.
That's what I mean. I don't
2nd and 9.
I don't know whether it's Atsevez's height or what it is, but he is not a lean forward type of.
No, he's a big, tall guy.
Yeah,
he's a big, tall kid, and certainly not a low center of gravity, hide behind the pile kind of guy.
Right.
But again, give him a yard and a little bit more breathing room for the Panthers here. 2nd down and a long 9 from just outside their 1.
And you got to get a little bit of yards just to punt it. I mean, You don't want to punt that deep in your own end zone.
Well, Panthers looking for more than a punt here. 2nd down and 9. Wing T behind Atzevez. Give this to Makai Hill. Cuts it back, and he's in the open space and a shoestring away from running a long way. Makai takes it out to the 14-yard line for a Panther first down.
I think he literally grabbed his thigh pad and dragged him down by it. He didn't get much there. It wasn't a shoestring, but wasn't much there. He twisted him down, but, boy, he was gone.
61 yards and a touchdown on 8 carries tonight for Makai Hill. Panthers still deep in their own territory at their own 14 on 1st and 10. 2 tight ends, Wing T gives to Hunter Mazer off the left side, and he lowers the shoulder and is banged down there by 40 Shane Jones, 5'10", 215-pounder. Jones has been rock solid in the middle of that defense. 2nd down and about 6 as Mazer goes for 4. 5 carries, 21 yards for Hunter Mazer, who has 1 rushing touchdown on the season coming in. Was so close to one late in the first half that the Panthers eventually converted on 4th and short. Here, 2 tight ends, Wing T. Give is to Newlon, who plows straight ahead off that left side again. Following Big Lee Holbert again, and the Panthers just going with the power game here.
Yep, just eat up clock. Get some yards, hold on to the ball as long as they possibly can. That last attempt for Pencrest was just a game killer. I mean, to get down to the 1 and not be able to get into the end zone, and lose the ball, that was just, I mean, good news for the Panthers because they were able to hold off for 5 plays, but tough for the Lions, needed the score.
4 more yards for Newlon there, brings up 3rd down and 2. From the 22, it's Newlon one more time off the left side. They'll push the pile, and it's going to be very close to 1st down. We'll check the spot. Difficult to see from here. He may be a foot short.
Yep. He's at that 24-yard line. I don't think he got the 23rd, so they got
50 seconds, 49 seconds, 48 seconds, and the Panthers leading by 28 will bring the punt team on. 4th down and about a yard. So Newlon, again, not his most eye-popping average tonight, just 3 yards a pop. 16 carries, 48 yards, but he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Had a 49-yard punt, no return last time. Here with the wind at his back, takes a snap, pressure up the middle, but he gets it away. Good spiraling kick. It's going to come down to Ullman all the way back at his 36-yard line. Cuts up the left side, dances inside, makes a man miss, and straight up the field. Flag on the play, and he is undercut nicely by Makai Hill back at the Panther 31-yard line, but there's a flag on the Pencrest side of the field here. You're right, Mike. There was a very good block. And then I think you're going to get one in the back, somewhere near the 46-yard line.
I didn't see it because the block I saw was clean, I thought.
Yeah. Near the point of attack, I think you're right. That was a very good block that sprung Ullman up until about midfield. So a terrific return, terrific punt, terrific return from Ullman, but they're going to march this back to the 44-yard line. And the Lions just self-inflicted wounds tonight again and again.
Takes over 1st and 10.
Instead of 1st and 10 at the Strath Haven 31, they'll snap it from their 36. 8.6 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. 3 wide receivers to the left. Tight end to the right, and Mills is back to pass. Rolling left, eyes downfield. He's going to let it go deep down the sideline. Has Ullman out there, incomplete. Just off the mark and a little bit high on the near sideline. And 2nd down and 10 upcoming.
I was about to go to commercial break, but we got 3 seconds left in the quarter.
2.9 indeed. Octorara has come back and taken the lead on Avengrove, 19-15 with 6 minutes left in the game there. Sun Valley has gone final. They're 5-1.
Wow.
Knocking off Kennett 21-13, and that might actually lock up a playoff berth for them, regardless of what happens over the next 4 weeks. So congrats to Ray.
Yeah, you don't want to go into the playoffs losing 5
No, you
games,
certainly
4
don't.
games.
But 5 wins might get it done at the 5A level this year. Congrats to Ray Junta and the Vanguards. Here we go, 2nd down and 10 from the 44, motion man from right to left. Play fake and back to passes Mills. Looking deep down the middle, has a man out there, in and out of the hands of Ullman on the final play of the 3rd quarter. So it'll be 3rd and 10 when we come back for the final 12 minutes of regulation. Glad you're joining us live or on the archive on havenfootball.net or on the Pencrest television production of the Lions and Panthers.
Berman's Medical Supplies specializes in urological supplies, including catheters. Berman's offers top-of-the-line products with discreet delivery. We deliver same-day to local residences and guarantee overnight shipping to anyone living outside of our delivery area. Our patient-centered customer service has established Berman's as one of the region's premier providers of urological supplies. For the medical supplies you need, when you need them, call toll-free at 844-800-5777.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to High School Football right here on havenfootball.net.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action ready to begin here at Lewis Scott Field in Media. Pencrest on the wrong end of a 34-6 score here on homecoming weekend. Brian Carroll bringing you play-by-play, joined by Mike Mayer on the color commentary, engineering, and everything else on havenfootball.net. Pete Fulgenetti with the stats and spotting. And thanks one more time to Colin Anderson, Kayla Strine, Elisa Camerata, Matt McShane, and Mike Clark for leading the way on Pencrest simulcast here tonight. The Lions, 3rd and 10 from their own 44. They'll move left to right now to start this third quarter. Quick score update. They've just ended the third quarter over on Morton Avenue. Ridley still on top of Springfield, 14-7. Tight one over there. Not so much here, but Lions trying to make it tighter. Another snap off the mark and scrambling for it and falling on it is Mills back inside his 30. The mark it back at the 28 for a loss of 16. And the Lions will bring the punt team on. Ouch.
Yeah, that really that hurt.
Twice now on 3rd and long. Snaps have been off the mark, and that one Mills fell on. In the first half, looked like he had it for a moment, and then three or four other guys seemed to have it, and ultimately it was Zach Newline on it, and the Panthers ended up scoring again. Breckenridge will kick it away. He booms one. Headed towards Chris Rossini, who juggles momentarily, but fair catch is made at the 32-yard line. Actually, that was Pat Hughes, not Breckenridge. Good kick from Pat Hughes to pin Strath Haven back at their 33-yard line. So give him some quick math here, Mike. What do you think? 40, wow, good job. 47 on the punt and no return.
I'm the guy with the computer. It does all the math for me.
I'm just counting stripes out here.
I understand that. I can barely subtract 8 from 10.
10 for Strath Haven.
All right, 11:09 to play here in regulation. Strath Haven leading by 4 touchdowns. 34-6 is your score. 2 tight ends. Wing to the right is Hunter Mazer. Give is to Mekhi Hill on first down. He cuts inside and right into the lap of Mike Goolsby, who slings him down. And Hill is going to pick up maybe 2 or 3.
1.
More 1. Okay. Goolsby's been active in the middle there. And the cut inside didn't do Mekhi any favors that time. Still the leading rusher on the night for the Panthers. 9 carries, 62 yards, and a score. And Evan Atzevez brings in the play. Reeves, tight end to the right. Thompson to the left. Wing to the left is Mekhi Hill. Play fake, and they run the Mustang sweep to Hill. He cuts it inside into the secondary and across the 40 to the 41.
Nice running.
Nice blocking as well over on that right side, and brings up 3rd down and 2. So, as we were saying, next week, Panthers at home with Springfield coming to town.
That should be when the hurricane hits, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Matthew, I think, is the hurricane's name.
Pencrest for the next 3 weeks. Garnet Valley, Springfield, Lower Merion, and then finish with Radnor. 3rd and 2. It's Hill one more time off the right side. Cuts back. Forward progress, I think, will get him the first down. But Goolsby again there to meet him. And then a flag comes in late.
Really?
Again, we're going to have post-play extracurriculars. We'll see which direction they march it off. Hill got the 44-yard line. That's enough for the first down. And now we'll wait and see.
Oh.
Against Strath Haven. So, let's see. If it's post-play, I think they're going to give him the first down. I
Ladies
think.
and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Pencrest cheerleaders.
So first down, I believe.
Your freshman cheerleaders.
If it's a
Julia
dead ball.
Iannucci, Mara McGlynn.
So Pencrest cheerleaders being announced.
Robinson.
I will get to the Strath Haven cheerleaders in just a moment. But this should be a first down, and then you march it back 15 yards.
I think you just indicated it's a first down.
Okay. Yeah.
Carly D'Ambrosio.
All right.
Cassidy Hoffman. That's 15 yards. And it'll be a
Right.
Bernadette
Now
So
the
give Hill
interesting-
3.
Now the interesting thing is though, they give you the first down for breaking the chains, but they don't reset. Shouldn't they reset the chains at the point of the?
I would think. Yeah, I don't know why.
I've been through this before, and I don't know why they do it like this.
Strath Haven.
I mean, that's like a big advantage.
Caught a break here. Yeah.
Now it's 1st and 10. It should be
All
like
right.
1st and 25 or something.
1st and 10, Strath Haven back at their 29 after the unsportsmanlike call, and the give is to Zach Newlon off right guard. He picks up the 35. Gain of 6.
I think I'll compose a little email to the PIA referee authority.
We'll double check our rule book.
Well, I'll just
Not
ask
tonight.
him. Yeah, I'll just ask him and see, because this is the second time I think we've seen this, which would tend to indicate that they're doing it the right way. But I'd love to hear what the logic is behind that.
Interborough 28, Chichester nothing. Imhotep has stretched their lead on Malvern Prep
Really?
to 36-7. Here, 2nd down and 4. Give is to Mackay Hill. Lots of room off the right side. He's the 45-50. One man to beat. It's Cal on the far sideline. Stiff arm, but Cal will run him out of bounds. Then Mackay Hill finding room off that right side. Good work by Ben McFetridge. Moving the pile. And we'll see where they mark him on that far sideline. That is one of Mackay's longer runs of the season.
Looks like about the 35.
25, 30 yards.
37.
Okay. All right, 28 for Hill. He's at 11 carries, 93 yards now. Clock stopped at 8:50 to play here in the 4th quarter. Strath Haven, if they can punch it in and tack on the extra point, would put this into a mercy rule circumstance. Give is to Hunter Mazer. He lowers the shoulder and tumbles forward to the 34 for 3 more. Panthers with that 3-headed monster. For a little while, it was 4-headed with Van Bobo, but Bobo out with injury again. He was
your junior cheerleaders.
one of the most improved players we saw through the first 4 weeks. But unfortunately, was injured during that Ridley game. Amazingly, was injured on the 9th play of that Ridley game. You didn't notice it at all. He played right through that, and you didn't find out till later. He had a pretty serious injury. All right, here we go. Newlon on 2nd and 7 goes next to nowhere. Good work there by 77 Brian Dewar on the stop.
And Captain Megan Spiana.
Brings up 3rd down at about 7. Newlon 18 carries on the night. He's had quite the workload the last couple of weeks. 23, I believe, against Haverford a week ago. But just 2 passes put in the air by Strath Haven tonight. An incompletion in the first half, a 68-yard touchdown to start the second. Now, 3rd down and about 7. Give us to Newlon. A little confusion on the handoff there, and the Lions were ready.
Yep. And the Panthers were not.
No.
And finally, our senior cheerleader.
Gain of 2.
Shannon Kelly.
And brings up 4th down and 5, and you're probably out of field goal range here. Don't think they're going to bring Emmett on for a 48-yarder. Risk anything with a block or anything else. But Panthers will keep the offense on the field. No room to punt it. 4th and 4 from the 31. Wouldn't shock me to see a hard count from Atzavez. Split end to the right is Tom Foster. On 4th down and 4. Hard count from Atzavez. Back to pass. Looking, firing down the sideline. Foster comes back to the ball. Flag on the play in the secondary. We'll see. We will check the flag. Atzavez took a heavy hit for an incomplete pass. He seems to be okay, but we will check the flag in the secondary. This may end up being against Pencrest here. Foster on the fade route. Couldn't quite get free. 6:44 to play here in the fourth.
Holding.
Defense.
Holding.
Pass interference is your call?
No,
I
it's
missed
holding.
the,
Yeah,
it's holding.
holding,
Defensive
yeah.
holding.
Yeah.
All right. Either way, automatic first down, and this will mark it down to the 21-yard line. And the Panthers in business now with a fresh set of downs. North Penn 35, CB South 13 early in the fourth quarter there. Upper Moreland on top of Cheltenham 27-13. Here, first down give is to Mackay Hill. He's tumbled at just inside the 20 at the 19. Gain of 2 for Hill. 95 on the game now. So Mackay starting to pile up and get close to that century mark, which has eluded him through these first 5 weeks. Ruston has just taken the lead on Great Valley, 28-27 with 2 minutes left in the third.
Good
Wild
game,
one.
yeah.
Back and forth they go out in Malvern. Here, second down and 8. Hill and Newlon stand behind Atzavez. Mazer wing to the right, 2 tight ends. Give is to Hill one more time. Sweep to the right, and he's going nowhere this time. He's wrapped up. Forward progress might get him a loss of 3 or 4.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like a jailbreak on the right side there.
Yeah.
There were 4 Pencrest defenders and nobody in a white shirt other than
just too many bodies at this
yeah.
point. Panthers just content to run the ball. Everybody in the building knows it, and why not crowd it with 9 or 10 men up front?
23-yard line.
So he'll lose 5 there and bring up third down. Clock continues to run. 3rd and 12 now from the 23. Tom Foster split end to the left. They go trips left with Foster, Hill, and now wing left is Hunter Mazer. Single setback is Zach Newlon. On 3rd and 12, quick hitter to Zach Newlon, and they were waiting for it. Tried to spread them all out and give the fullback a little bit of room, but I'd say very little. Maybe just a yard for Newlon. And it brings up 4th down, and it'd be about a 40-yard, almost a 40-yard field goal try.
And 10 for Strath Haven.
A little bit of a wind.
And I think out of courtesy, generally, you're not going to try to load the points on just for no particular reason.
No, exactly right. You're not.
I mean, if you're gonna run plays and you score a touchdown, that's what happens. But to sit there and try to get a field goal, I don't know.
Clock
and
ticks.
the wind picks up again.
Yeah, that's right. Wind in the face of Atzavez on 4th down and about 10. Play fake. Back to passes, and now a little throwback, and it's going to be picked off and going the other way. Is Pencrest, 1 man to beat. Atzavez knocks him down with a touchdown-saving tackle. Good work there from 33 to stay home, and John Cosgrove on the pick. So they roll to the left, throw back to the right, and nice work by Cosgrove to step in front. Atzavez, terrific effort to save a long return for a touchdown.
Nice tackle.
So, 1st and 10 for the Lions out at the 41-yard line.
10 for Pencrest.
And Pencrest trying to take advantage of the first Strath Haven turnover of the evening. In at quarterback for the first time now is Chris Chilo, the junior who played last week in the absence of Mills. 2 receivers. Now 3 receivers, and back to pass. Chilo fires to the outside. It is juggled by Ruffin momentarily, but he has it and is wrestled down there by O'Connor and Dubois for a loss of 2 or 3.
That was one he should have dropped.
Chris Cello in the quarterback. Pass is complete to
Cello on the completion loses 2. Ruffin's 3rd catch of the night. 25 yards for the senior wearing number 2. The Panthers have done a nice job on Ruffin keeping him in front of them. They felt coming in that he might be their best all-around athlete, and they've done a good job keeping the horse in the barn, so to speak. Ruffin split to the right, 2 receivers alongside of him. Cello back to pass, rolling to his right, eyes downfield, under pressure now, dumps it underneath the coverage, and Ruffin comes back to it and picks up about 12 and a first down.
Nice catch. That was not an easy ball to catch. It was not zeroed in on a throw. Ruffin got it and unfortunately fell, but he had to catch that ball.
So they move the chains, and the ball in Strath Haven territory now with 3:23 and counting to play here in the 4th. Cello brings in the play. They'll snap from the right hash mark at the 44-yard line. So Pencrest trying to pick up some momentum here as they have Garnet Valley right here on this field a week from now. Cello rolling left towards that trips formation on first down. He fires the outside. Underneath the coverage is Ruffin. He makes a man miss, and he's going to get loose momentarily, gives some ground, and is wrapped up at about the 34.
I'm going to play our disclaimer real quick so I get it on tape, all
Yep,
right?
go for it.
This broadcast is copyrighted by havenfootball.net for the private use of our listening audience. Any other use or reproduction of this broadcast without havenfootball.net's consent is prohibited.
Manny Ruffin with 3 catches on consecutive plays here. He's split to the right along with 2 other receivers in the slot right. Rolling to his right again. Cello wants it underneath again and incomplete. In and out of the hands of Aiden Poole at about the 30. Brings up second down and 10. Strath Haven cheerleaders tonight and the band over on the far sideline making the trip in the wet and windy weather. But the cheerleaders, 5 seniors, Chloe Blessington, Nita Bonaducci, Bridget Crow, Keandra Thomas, and Elise Weber. Handful of sophomores as well. Allie Bagley, Gretchen Crow, Virginia Finney, Morgan Galeotto, Julia George, Kat Herrera, Noelle Lulovich, and Anna Scharf. And 4 freshmen, Kelly Deal, Charnice Rideout, Maya Terry, and Chloe Zarco, led by Heather Burns, Katie Graham, and Lindsay Carter are the coaches. Second down and 10. From the 34, Cello. Back to pass again, rolling to his right towards that trips formation. Rolling eyes, still downfield, fires underneath. It is caught by Ruffin. Is he inbounds? Yes. Nicely done there. Another connection to Manny Ruffin. And let's see. Clock stopped. Timeout. No timeout. Okay. First down is the call. Give him exactly 10 more yards. So Ruffin now. And Cello seem to have a connection here. 4 straight completions for Cello upon entering the game. 30 yards, all of them to Ruffin. Ruffin with 6 catches for 57 on the game now. 2:15 to play here in regulation. From the Strath Haven 24, Cello, the junior, rolling to his left. He's going to tuck it and run this time. Under pressure, and he's going to be belted down. Took a heavy hit from Luke Healy, another sophomore.
No, they're just meeting
Gain
each
of
other.
maybe a yard. And timeout, Pencrest. All right, 2:03 to play here in regulation. We'll try to get some scores and so forth, but we'll be back in 30 seconds for the conclusion here. Homecoming weekend at Pencrest High. Back the last 2 minutes in a moment on havenfootball.net.
Selling or buying a home is serious business, and for serious business, the key to your success is to work with an experienced agent. Century 21 agent Sandra McCulley has 15 years of real estate experience and is a lifelong resident of Delaware County. Sandra is a multi-million-dollar producer and quality service award agent. Her 3 children are Strath Haven graduates. Let Sandra's experience be your advantage in today's multifaceted real estate market. Call Sandra now to discuss your home buying or selling needs at 610-494-9520.
This is Jack Hans. I'm the band director at Strath Haven High School, and you're listening to High School Football on www.havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to Lewis Scott Field. Strath Haven on top here, 34-6. A couple other score updates. With 3 minutes to go out in Havertown, Garnet Valley and Haverford tied at 28.
Whoa.
Glen Mills is driving on Penwood. They trail 16-6. So Glen Mills 2 scores away there. Still a 2-score game there. Upper Dublin is up 31-0 in the third. Trying to make it 5 shutouts in 6 weeks. Back to pass on 2nd and 8. Cello for the end zone. Has a man out there. It is juggled and incomplete. 4 people in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I think 3 of them
5,
touched
actually.
it. 3 of them touched it. Ruffin, the intended receiver initially, but Ullman in the area.
And I thought that was pretty much like a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to get intercepted.
Coverage there from Springfield and Rossini. And first incompletion of the evening for Chris Cello, who just came in for this series. Now 3rd down and 8 from the 22. Pencrest trying to get some offensive momentum here. Tight end to the left. 2 receivers to the right. Singled up on the left side as well is Ullman. Back to pass is Cello. Looking down the seam he goes for Ruffin. Incomplete. Lost his footing just inside the 5. 4th and 8.
Panther coverage is good. They had 4 defenders back there. I mean, they're covering pretty well. Although if Ruffin kept his feet, he might have had that pass. He was open.
So last crack at it now for the Lions. 4th and 8 from the Panther 22-yard line with 1:49 to play here in regulation. Imhotep on top of Malvern Prep, still 36-7.
Got timeout.
Timeout here, and we'll keep it right here. Let's see here. Radnor on top of the Rams. So Harriton in danger of being shut out again, 24-0 at the end of the third. Radnor has been hurt terribly by injuries on their first to their first team offense. Academy Park all over Chester, 34-0. So AP still very much the team to beat in the Del Val, although Penwood may have something to say about it after if they can hold on to beat Glen Mills tonight.
Well, that'd be a good game. You know, I can advise our audience, we are in the process of putting together a program to cover all 4 weeks of playoff games.
In the district, right.
In the district, in District 1. So, you know, we're going to be picking, depending on what Haven does, obviously, some of the best games available. So stay tuned. It'll be on our webpages what games we're going to cover.
4th down and 8. Here, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and back to pass is Cello. Looking down the seam, has a man out there, incomplete. Looking for Ruffin near the goal line. Jemai Springfield in good coverage, and the Panther offense will take over.
And I think just take a few knees at this. Well, they'll have to run a couple.
They'll run a couple, I would believe. But Penwood tonight, the other big news in that Penwood-Glen Mills game is, of course, Penwood is at home on a Friday night.
That's right, under the lights.
First game under the lights ever. The lights are on at Penwood, and should be a very good atmosphere.
I wonder what lights cost, because they said they got a grant from somebody for $3,000 to rent them.
Okay, well,
how much does it cost to build them?
Not
I know
sure.
it's somewhere in $3,000, but
but either way, totally different feel for Penwood tonight. Very cool.
Very cool
to host Glen Mills.
I remember when Pencross had temporary lights up.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. All right. 1st and 10 here. Strath Haven with the football, and Jake Fisher in now at quarterback. He's going to turn and hand it off, and some substitutions en masse for the Panthers. And into the game and taking that handoff is Arian Ford, 6-foot sophomore. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Clock will tick, 124, 123. There is talk that there may not be a JV game.
There is no, it's canceled.
And so this is, again, as much playing time as some of the JV guys will get over the next 60 seconds or so. 2nd down and 9, 2 tight ends. Fisher under center. Turns, gives off to the fullback, who's going next to nowhere this time. And the clock continues to melt as Panthers about to even their record and get rid of a 2-game losing skid. 2 tough games with Ridley and Haverford. Games that they felt were winnable. Now Ridley, again, to their credit, pulled away big in the 4th quarter, but Panthers had their chances early and late to stay with them. And certainly last week against Haverford, a 6-point loss there could have gone either way. But now 3rd down and 9. The Panthers will need to snap it just one more time. Fisher turns, takes a knee, and that should do it. Ball will not need to be spotted again. 14 seconds, 13 seconds, 12 seconds. The teams will line up at midfield, and the Media Bowl trophy is headed to the far sideline for the first time in 4 years. We've gone final. Strath Haven 34, Pencrest 6, and you have a student section at Strath Haven who's pretty excited and has gone out to congratulate their players here. And again, local rivalries, a lot of fun, but certainly again a little more fun when you're on the winning end of it. And Strath Haven, to their credit tonight, 34-6 is your final. So we're going to take a short time out, be back for a quick post-game wrap-up and talk about what we're doing next week and really through the weekend with stats and scores and a whole lot more. Be back in just a moment. Glad you're joining us live or on the archive right here on HavenFootball.net.
Wherever weights are racked, rackets are swung.
To move is to live. And wherever you find bodies in motion, you'll find people who've rebuilt their lives with the help of Rothman Institute.
Balls are pitched, skates are laced.
More bones repaired, more joints replaced. No body in our region has done more for more bodies than Rothman.
Lawns are mowed, swings are pushed.
So when you're ready to run again, ride again, move again, live again, think Rothman first. RothmanInstitute.com.
The wonderful Inn at Swarthmore is now open and serving the Delaware County community with wonderful overnight lodging, as well as the fabulous Broad Table Tavern for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with extended meeting rooms suitable for business, weddings, and other gatherings from 2 to 150 people. Visit us today to experience the Inn at Swarthmore, right next to Swarthmore College and a proud part of downtown Swarthmore, located on Route 320. Call us for dining reservations at 610-543-7500.